rear
underneath
main?
the car.
Did they recommend a rear main? Now listen, this is a tricky question. Did they recommend a rear seal or say you needed a rear seal?
They said they suspected a rear main seal leak.
Because they saw a leak. Now, the problem, Angela, when was this done? In when?
The 2021 in the first week of December.
Let's say that you didn't need it. What do you do about it now? How would you ever prove that?
That we didn't need it?
Yeah.
We have an operating vehicle.
Oh, wait. So you never had it done?
We had it done, and then within the first 20 miles, the engine seized.
Oh, wow. You didn't tell me that part. So, Angela,
the car is,
wait.
Dead.
That car was running fine. You took it there. They did a rear main seal, and then the engine failed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's too weird.
Yeah, I know.
What do they say about that?
That they want $8,000 to put a used engine with 90,000 miles.
Did you take it back to them right when the engine failed?
We had it towed back to them because, again, we didn't know what was going on.
I don't understand. Your engine was fine. They did the rear main seal, then it failed. It failed how long after?
Within 20 miles.
Okay, hold on. This is too much of a coincidence. I need to get Norris on from SOS Inspections.
HHW Denver and iHeartRadio station available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. It will slow down a little because of less fire.
And not from walking through getting in our state to get us back.
When they turned around that with me, they turned down.
After this, talk with
IBSC, Linzess,
Or call 1-800-NYZESS. It's about time. Oh, we're choking.
range. The metro area is expected to get yet more. Avs beat the Blackhawks 2-0 last night. That's the latest. I'm Pat Woodard.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens.
We still have a few trouble spots around Denver. Southbound I-25, our earlier crash still blocks the HOV lane at I-270. Eastbound I-72 left lanes closed for a wreck between Ward Road and Kipling. RTD buses are running up to 50 minutes late due to the snow. And south of town, a wreck southbound I-25 blocking the left lane between Wilcox and Plum Creek Parkway. Closures on I-70 out on the plains on the way to Kansas. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, more snow through the lunch hour, high of 30 this afternoon.
Hello?
No.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life just a little easier. This hour brought to you by Renew Home Innovations. Let me tell you about Renew Home Innovations. Probably the nicest bathrooms you'll have. They concentrate on the shower tub area. They can convert that old area into a beautiful new rectangular shower. Forget the tub if you want, or do a tub shower combination. But more and more people are going with those custom showers, no thresholds. So they're great for people with disabilities to walk in with walkers, straight in, with wheelchairs. Also, they can do without shower doors. They can do beautiful design, anything you want, American Standard fixtures, wall systems that need no maintenance. They're beautiful. Get a free demonstration. And also immediate supplies, no supply chain issues. RenewHomeInnovations.com, 303-904-2000, 303-904-2000, RenewHomeInnovations.com. Let's talk. Okay, we have some issues here. Angela has a really serious issue. We're going to have a deputy look into this. This is weird. We also have, of course, Stephanie Thomas with us and Frank Duran. Both of them are real estate brokers on referralist.com. Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. I've known for so many years. He does free market valuations of your home. And Stephanie is in the Springs at Exit Realty. Now, listen, Pikes Peak, we talked about no slowdown in Colorado Springs. Frank says no slowdown in Denver. However, he says he anticipates there might be some raise in interest rates, which will call out some buyers. And while there will be fewer buyers, there will still be less inventory. Now, why is there less inventory? Are people holding on to their homes, Frank?
Tom, I think the biggest culprit is just that. I think local sellers feel like, okay, if I sell my home, where am I going to move next? And we do have a lot of sellers we help personally that actually move from Colorado to other states, or it's somebody who's staying in Colorado, but they're either upsizing or downsizing, or third is sometimes they just...
But don't you think there is a problem there, Stephanie? Don't you think, like Stephanie, there are people not selling because they figure, what good is it going to do? I'm not going to be able to buy anything?
Yes, I've definitely had some people here recently even just hold off on selling for that very reason. We started looking for homes, and they just couldn't find anything that they were looking for.
Yeah, so it's no matter what, if your home goes up, so are the houses you're selling.
Yep.
And that goes with cars, by the way. Thank you, Stephanie. It goes with cars. I was told I could get more for my car than I paid. More. But guess what? The new ones are being marked up so drastically, I couldn't use it to buy another one like that. It's just ridiculous. Larry, you have a tax question. What's your tax question?
Yeah, I thought from a comment you made earlier, you might have somebody there doing tax.
Yeah, we do. We have some experts that can help you. What is the problem, though, sir?
Well, the last 2 years, in fact, I have always filed a paper form.
Yeah, not a good idea anymore in this world, but okay.
I still haven't gotten my 2019 or 2020 refund.
Oh, my gosh.
And, they acknowledge they've gotten it. They're working on it. They're processing it. You know, the automated where's my tax refund thing. So they know they've got it, but they're just, they just say they're so far behind. And the reason I do a paper form, I can't find like a TurboTax or H&R Block program. I can't find one that handles a specific situation I have.
What is your situation?
Okay, I'm retired and my company pays a life insurance policy. And anything of value over $50,000, I have to consider that
income. That's right.
Okay, so they send me a W-2 for that value, which is a little over $1,000.
Yeah.
But they don't withhold, or it shows zero Social Security and Medicare tax paid. So I have to pay that. And I haven't found anywhere in TurboTax or H&R Block.
It's just other income, sir. It calculates automatically, I thought. It's just other income, 1099 income.
But it's not 1099. I have a W-2.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said a W-2. Wow. Why would they do that as a W-2? I don't understand. Do they include? They don't include it in your W-2. They give you a separate W-2?
I don't work there anymore. I retired.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
They send me a W-2 that has only that value of the insurance premium they paid.
I know. I get what you're saying exactly. But I'm not sure.
TurboTax insists that I have to send that back to the employer and get them to correct it. TurboTax does not know how to handle that situation.
But here's what I want to know. is it due on $1,000?
Well, it amounts, the Social Security and the Medicare tax amounts to like $68 or $70, something like that.
What?
And there is a form to handle that, but TurboTax doesn't know that. I even put in a form number, and they don't acknowledge that.
Oh, I get it.
So
Is
that's
there?
why
Hold on. But TurboTax is not the only online or not the only software.
I've tried 4 or 5, and none of them handle.
Okay, who knows about tax software? Do we know anybody? Maybe Mallory or maybe Eric, or maybe we can call. Okay, if not them, maybe Steve or somebody at Larson. Hold on, let's see what we can figure out. Back to Angela. Angela, I am mortified by this problem you told me, and I want to make sure I have it straight. I can't believe it. Okay, you have a 2011. It's a Nissan, right?
No, it's a GMC Acadia.
A GMC. Okay.
Yeah.
Acadia, and you took it with 124,000 miles. You take to Woodman Nissan to replace the rear main. So they said you needed a rear main. You had it replaced in December 2021. Within 20 miles, engine seized. Is that the truth? Do you mean you took it out of there and did not even put 20 miles on it?
Yes, sir.
Now, under normal circumstances, Angela, I would say that's tough crap. That's an old car. It's going to happen. This is too much of a coincidence. I mean, that it happens within 20 miles. I would be so pissed off. I'd go back there and say, what did you guys do? Now, mind you, I want to say something. Even if they are responsible, remember, hold on and remember this. You had an engine with 124,000 miles on it. So that's what you deserve, the value of an engine with 124,000 miles, or it's equal. You don't deserve a new engine, but I still think they got to take some responsibility. Do they not take any responsibility? What is their explanation for this?
No, it's not their responsibility at all.
What they say, it's just tough, run of the mill, or whatever they call it. It's just that it just happened.
It's tough, right?
Okay. Before we get a deputy on this, is Sue's on the phone? Before we get a deputy on this, I want to get Norris on again. SOS Inspections. I would like to get Norris to address this to see what could have possibly happened that would make this happen. To me, I think you need to get it out of there again. Did they analyze it?
Did they analyze it?
Where's the car right now, Angela? Where's the car right now?
We had it towed to the GMC dealer.
Good. Did the GMC
another estimate?
Okay, good. But you need to find cause. You need to find cause.
Right. Because
it's got to be tied to that. Hold on a second. I want to get SOS on, if we can, Angela. Hold on. This is outrageous. What would you do if this happened to you? What would you do within 20 miles? 20. I mean, it's not like it happened. Some people call it happens 3, 4, 5 months later. This is 20 miles, and the whole engine seizes. Anthony wants to talk about equity for home improvements. Anthony, what is your question?
Well, I'm just trying to get a decision on which route to take. Either pull out money, redo a refinance, pull the money out for equity to make home improvements, or refinance it to get rid of PMI.
Okay, let's analyze it. There's sometimes a way you can do both. Hold on, we'll analyze it.
With a new year comes new ways to save big. Belco Credit Union is offering 1% APY on a 24-month CD on balances of $500 or more. That's right, 1% APY on a 24-month CD. To get that higher rate, you typically need to be in a longer term. Stop by any Belco branch, call 1-800-BELCO-1, or visit belco.org/CD.
Hey, Sentry Rv. I know it's hard to think of RVs right now with this weather, right? But Sentry Rv is up north on I-25 and exit 240. You get off on 240, go south on Frontage Road about a quarter of a mile. They're right there. They're building a brand new $10 million facility. I love these people because they have such great pricing on new and used RVs. In fact, they pay the highest trade-ins anywhere, so you can shop right in your backyard. For motorhomes, Class A's, Class C's. They have great RVs of all kinds, okay, including travel trailers, fifth wheels. 303-453-1111. Call or visit sentryrv.com. Zero Res Denver is perhaps the most advanced carpet cleaning outfit around because they use nothing but water. But when I say that, I don't want it to discourage you. I want you to be happy because your carpets will last longer. They get clean faster. They dry faster. They stay clean longer. Why all of that? Because they don't use any chemicals, so it doesn't leave any residue. It stands to reason that it's healthier for your carpets. And they have a patented process. So, ZeroResDenver.com is the place to go for the cleanest carpets with no residue, so they stay cleaner longer. This empowered water, by the way, it's no secret that super soft alkaline-based water can be a really powerful cleaning agent. But it's patented, so I don't know exactly how they do it. I just know it works because I had it done at my house. You can have just traffic areas done or have the whole thing done. By the way, they do commercial too. Yes, commercial. And this week, commercial gets 10% off if you call. ZeroResDenver.com, 303-471-5150. That's 303-471-5150. We're talking about real estate today with Stephanie Thomas and Frank Duran, the real estate man. We also have Ideal Home Loans who can fund that real estate, whether it's new or whether it's refinanced. Ideal Home Loans for your next Ideal Home Loan. First they listen, then they lend. They have the interest rate guarantee. They have credit optimization. They have the pre-approval, which is like a cash deal. You get that cash deal, and you find the house, and you can fund it right away. 303-867-7000. Ideal Home Loans. You need to take cash out? You can do that. You need to maybe just lower your payment or shorten your term? You can pick whatever term you want. IdealHomeLoans.com, 303-867-7000.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill. I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash.
Okay.
So much more again. I've been using Get Up.
Still got it there, too. Tom, those videos you helped me film? I'm going out on QR codes to people. They're working good. So we'll just do a little teaser about the tips. Get them to watch it. Yeah. Thank you so much. You came out so professional.
Where do they reside? They're on your server, right? I email them all to you, right?
You help me get them on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, that's right. That's right. Good. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that there's somewhere where people, because I wasn't sure if I kept them on my Dropbox.
You're a master at editing. I mean, really, I was shocked how good it came out.
I love it.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. Me too.
I really did. I was proud of it.
Me too. We're sort of time releasing them as we use them, which has helped. Good morning.
Getting your guaranteed maximum refund with Taxslayer feels like discovering a refund tree is growing in your backyard. Sawing off its branches. Feeding them to a wood chipper. My branches! My beautiful branches! And dancing in its refund rate. Start for free and get your guaranteed maximum refund. Taxslayer. File fearlessly.
This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor.
Look for snow showers throughout the morning today, tapering off as we get into a little bit later on this afternoon. 2 to 5 inches for most of the metro area, otherwise highs today in the low 30s. On Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burst.
Make their home your getaway. As a token of their appreciation, the Broadmoor is extending exclusive rates to their Colorado neighbors for the months of January and February with their Colorado Appreciation Offer. It's all here, just a short drive away. Visit Broadmoor.com today.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHAL.
Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's help some people here, okay? I want to ask Norris at SOS Inspections real quick here, and then we have other experts to talk to about different problems. Norris is usedcarcheckout.com is his website. He really takes a scientific approach to analyzing cars and diagnostics. He doesn't do repairs. So he doesn't have a dog in the fight. Norris, this just, normally I say, you got an old car, it happens. Stuff happens, right? But Angela, listen to Angela's story here. She went to Woodman Nissan to get her Acadia worked on, and they said she needed a rear main seal. Okay, so she did that in December, just last December here. And she said they did the rear main seal. And get this, within 20 miles, the engine seized. Now, it has 124,000 miles on it, but it was in otherwise good shape. They didn't tell her anything. They just said, hey, we recommend the rear main seal. So they did the rear main seal, and within 20 miles, the engine seized. I want to know, Norris, what could possibly cause that within 20 miles? I mean, of course it could be a major coincidence, but I just don't tend to think so. What do you think?
Well, there's only two possibilities. One is that they did not put oil back in it after they took out whatever they were going to take out and put it back together. Or number two, in order to put in a rear main seal, they have to separate the transmission from the engine. And sometimes in the act of remating those two surfaces, if things aren't lined up straight or something gets pinched, then you could put undue pressure on the crankshaft and cause it to seize. So in my mind, it either looks like they left the oil out of it or they put it back together wrong.
Would you be able to tell by looking at it?
No.
Nah. No?
Well, it kind of depends on what happened immediately after. I mean, did it go right back to the dealer?
It went right back. Yeah, it went right back to them that did it. Now, Angela, I put you on hold because of the background noise. Angela,
yes.
Right after it happened, did you send it right back to them? Did they put oil in it? Do you know?
Well, I have no idea. I assume to cover their ass, they probably would have.
Yep. That's what I think. Norris, obviously, had they left oil out, they'll just fill it up. Wouldn't you think they would?
That's exactly right.
So there would be no way to know what caused that failure.
The only way to know was if Angela had pulled the dipstick as soon as she took possession of the car again and find out that there's no oil in it, and then and then go right back on the service department and go, you got to put the oil in. But I mean, who knows to do that? Nobody
Angela, when the car, within that 20 miles it seized, what happened? Did the engine just stop?
We did not know about the oil at that time. My dad and brother are master technicians, so I talked to them, but the car had already gone to the
Angela,
yes.
This is what I'm asking.
What?
Literally, what happened while you were driving?
My son was driving, and it stalled in the middle of an intersection. People helped him to get the car out of the middle of the intersection, and we called a tow truck.
And no one checked the oil?
Nope.
And you said, tow it back to Woodman. They just worked on it.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Did your son say that there was a warning light on the dashboard?
Angela?
Oh, gosh. I can ask him, but...
Because technically, and the reason I say that is because technically it is your responsibility to make sure it's full of oil. So if you take the car away from the dealer after a rear main seal and the oil light comes on, that means you have to shut the engine off. No matter where you're at, you have to turn it off and check the oil. So if the car got driven with the oil light on, that would be a big deal. That kind of puts it back on you.
Yeah, but there's no way of... Here's the bottom line, Angela. It's too late. I don't think you're going to be able to pin it on them unless you could go to small claims court and just to say it to a judge. It's too much of a coincidence. I don't know. This is just too much. I don't know if you'll get any...
That seems like it would work, Tom.
What's that?
That seems like it would work. I think if I was a small claims judge and I heard that, I would side with the consumer.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. If you have proof it happened within 20 miles, and if you have a mechanic or anything that's been dealing with that car before, saying it was in pretty good condition, I mean, $124,000 isn't that much on a GMC Acadia. I mean, I would at least try something. They want how much money from you, Angela?
$8,000.
No, I wouldn't do it. I would take them to small claims court for the full $7,500 limit in Colorado and say, Your Honor, sorry, our car was great, and now it's seized. And the only one to touch it was them. And it was within 20 miles. Now, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We had a question from Anthony on loans, and we have an expert on the air. Anthony, your question. You have some home equity, right? And you want to know what? What is your question? I'm going to bring up Kurt Rogers from Affordable Interest Mortgage, one of our mortgage experts and home equity experts, to listen. Go ahead, Anthony.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out if taking out the equity to either make improvements, consolidate debt, or remove PMI, which one of the three would be better, or
okay.
Did you world get enough
right
equity
now?
to do
How
all
much?
three,
Let's talk about this. How much equity do you have?
We're estimating it at about 60 to 70,000.
60 to 70,000. So you want to know, and if you can do something to improve your situation. So part of that would be to either take out an equity loan. And what would you do with an equity loan?
Our detached garage is having some issues. We'd probably tear that down and have a new one rebuilt.
Okay. Or you would do what? Sell it?
No. We would either take the equity and consolidate like credit card debt and all that.
How much credit card debt do you have?
About 50,000.
50,000? Here's my big question. If you did consolidate and get rid of that debt, what's going to keep you from raising it again?
Oh, no, it's been working its way down for years. We've got our budget finally under control.
Good. Okay. That's way high interest debt. I think that's the smartest thing right now, rather than home. I mean, the home improvement you need, maybe you do both. I don't know. Or maybe you do a good portion. I want to ask Kurt. Kurt, what comes to mind with you? 60 to 70,000 in equity, if you really do have that. So how much do you owe right now?
We're at about 200,000.
And you think your house is worth 270?
That's what we've been told.
Excuse me, not
actually having it evaluated.
So that's not a lot of margin there. Kurt, what do you think?
Well, the first thing I heard him mention was you talked about removing your PMI. A home equity line of credit won't remove your PMI. It'll give you the cash you need, preferably to pay off debts, your credit card
or
debts.
Or if we did a refinance.
To do home improvements. But you have to refinance the first to get rid of the PMI.
Right. If we did that route, would getting rid of PMI or doing a credit card consolidation, it sounds like would be the more efficient ways to go?
Well, credit card is definitely going to benefit you because it's going to take, what's probably 14% or more. Are you paying interest on your credit card, right? You're paying interest, right?
Yeah, but we're doing the whole one credit card offers 0%, transfer it to that, and then when that's over, somebody else offers 0%.
Okay, so have you actually been successful in doing that where you have not paid interest on credit card debt?
The vast majority of it, yes.
Well, if you can keep doing that, I mean, and how much are you paying on it?
We're putting about $500-600 a month.
Well, that would be okay. Kurt, you have
I think what he's telling you, he's on the right path. If he's moving from 0% to 0%, there's no reason to get a home equity and pay that off because he's going to end up paying interest on the home equity. If he can keep moving from one to the other, that may stop at some point, but he's saving himself a lot of money in that process. The payments are still higher than they should be, but he's saving himself a lot of interest.
What interest rate do you have on your loan right now, Anthony?
I want to say it was 3.2.
What could he get now if he went 80% loan to value on 270? What is 80%? I don't even.
Of 270, it's probably going to be about 210, 220.
Yeah, he's not going He's not going to.
His goal in the refinance is to get rid of the PMI, and that PMI is probably anywhere from $112 to maybe $160 a month.
That probably is the wisest thing to do at this point, not to take any money out because you don't have much to take out.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, and
so try to refinance and get above that 80%.
It's going to be a long-term item. You're going to. When was the last time you refinanced it, Anthony? How long ago?
We bought the house a year ago.
So you're going to have that for a minimum of 4 years. You could eliminate that a whole lot quicker, but keep your rate probably real close to the same, if not lower than what you're paying, depending on other circumstances, and you're just going to get rid of that payment and still have the access, because you're not borrowing any more money. You're still going to be pretty much in the same position. You're just getting rid of the PMI.
That's probably the smartest thing, Anthony, at this point. And then what you're doing with credit cards is phenomenal.
Yeah. Very good job.
It's a good job. If you can keep doing that, Anthony, I'm serious when I tell you this, you ought to write something up on it.
You ought to write a book.
No, Anthony, really. A lot of people say they do that, but they don't really do it.
It's not easy.
But you've been able
to... A lot of looking into it.
Have you been able to keep most interest? I mean, really and truly, how much interest?
Oh, yeah.
Really? So you can transfer as much as $50,000?
It's from a combination of cards. Between my wife and I, we have, I think, 6 credit cards total. And it's, because once you transfer the balance off of one, 6-8 months later, that same credit card that's now sitting with a 0% balance unused contacts us, say, hey, transfer balance to us, we'll give you 0% for 18 months or whatever.
Okay. That is cool, man. I'd like you to keep in touch with us on what you do. And Affordable Interest Mortgage, by the way, they're also the home of the Liquid Loan, which is a 30-year line of credit, pays off your first and gives you extra equity in a checking account. It's a really cool loan. Anyway, if you ever need to get in touch with them, 720-895-0500.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW. An iHeartRadio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeartRadio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Southbound I-25, the wreck at I-270 still hangs out in the left lane. It's still a slow drive through the snow. Eastbound I-70, a rolled box truck sits off on the shoulder at 6th in Golden, and RTD buses are running up to 50 minutes late due to the snow. South of town, a wreck southbound I-25 still blocks the left lane between Wilcox and Plum Creek Parkway, and closures on I-70 out on the...
Found out I still had Miles' key in my...
Gives you a cash account. It's called a cash value. On purpose you do that. You pay more than the premium. And then that cash value grows tax-free. And they can show you how to grow it tax-free and use it tax-free through your life for loans for yourself and then in retirement for income. BecomeTheBanker.org. Hey, one clear choice, Garage Doors. Your garage door company. I can't say enough about how professional they are. If you have a problem with your door, like it sticks in the cold or it doesn't open in the summer, whatever it is, they'll get right out there, 24/7 service for emergencies. They have broken spring service 24/7. Now, they also will give you estimates on their website, by the way, of everything they do. Everything is on there, the prices. New doors, new openers, any portion of the opener or door, OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987.
Affected by the wildfire? Learn that.
Somewhere in there's kind of elderly abuse. I'm going to figure it out.
Oh, I hate this when this does this shit. Excuse my French.
What's that, sir?
I hate it when this thing starts acting stupid. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, we sound okay.
He would have missed out on that extra money. But with Orchard, he got more cash.
Hope this thing doesn't do this tomorrow.
Let me tell you about Rudy.
Rudy?
Oh, the commercial. They say, oh, let me tell you about Rudy. Let me tell you what happened to Rudy.
What happened to Rudy?
To be honest, I don't know. I just remember what happened to Rudy.
Probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a diner. Why leave thousands on the table with your tax return? Jackson Hewitt will help ensure you don't. This year, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits. Your Jackson Hewitt tax firm will help you track down every last one, so you get your biggest refund guaranteed. Don't leave thousands on the
Playoffs will
table.
be interesting this weekend.
Playoffs
will be interesting this weekend.
Well.
The playoffs.
JacksonHewitt.com.
Have me settle down.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Leslie, welcome to the show. What's going on with you, Leslie?
Hey, Tom. I wanted to call because I had kudos for Frank Duran and for Stephanie Thomas.
Why is that?
Well, we were trying to sell a condo, and we didn't know where to start. It was a probate situation. And we got on Frank Duran's website and filled out a little form, and that was on a Sunday afternoon. And we thought, well, maybe we'll hear from him by Wednesday. And 10 minutes later, the phone rang, and it was Frank Duran. And he was telling us that he didn't do work in Colorado Springs, but he asked if he could recommend Stephanie Thomas to us, which we were grateful for that recommendation. And we did go with Stephanie.
She did well for you?
She was great. There were a lot of things that came up, probably normal things, I don't know. But she was attentive, communicative, and she did a great job for us. We get a great sale price, and we're completely happy with her and would highly recommend her to anybody.
Well, thank you, by the way. I appreciate the feedback. Stephanie, I was going to ask you, you said inventory, it's so hard to find houses. So would you say that's the number one obstacle right now down there in the Colorado Springs market?
It really is. I've got several clients looking right now that, they are just ready and able and jumping on homes, and we're still seeing a lot of activity on anything that comes up.
Okay, so then what about other outlying areas of Colorado Springs? Are they also affected by low inventory?
We really are. El Paso County as a whole, we have less than 500 homes total in El Paso County right now.
Wow.
Woodland Park, I also service Teller County. So Woodland Park, for instance, we only have 21 homes in Woodland Park currently active.
Oh, my
and that's
goodness.
all property types.
Oh, my goodness. What is the hot thing someone's looking for, if you had to describe it? What's something that moves immediately?
I think anything that we see between, honestly, 450 and under, it goes within minutes.
Oh, my goodness.
Any single-family homes in that price range just go incredibly quickly.
Okay, thank you very much. Frank, what do you see? What's hot here? What's the hottest thing you're selling?
Tom, the short answer is everything. I just took $1 million home, not too long ago. We moved that with no trouble. Over asking. Buyer agreed to cover the appraisal gap. So anything we're touching.
What was the asking on that million?
We priced it at $925.
Okay.
We sold it for $1.100 to be exact.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Incredible. And the seller wanted $1 million. We priced it at $925. We got $100,100 more than they wanted.
Wow.
We just closed one on Friday. The appraisal came in $30,000 short, but the buyer covered the difference.
Why are appraisals coming in short with all the high comps? That's what I don't understand.
Well,
because you think eventually appraisals will catch up with what's really happening, for goodness sakes.
True, and I think some of it too, Tom, is it's case by case, because some areas there's not a whole lot of comps to work with. And
okay.
The one I closed on Friday, the comps suggested the home was worth between $540 to $560 based on recent sales. We got $616.
All right, now we got a couple calls on this car thing I want to take. Steve, you know about the headlight law. Go ahead. I say, why do people at night? And I see so many people driving around without headlights, and it's dark, and worse, without taillights, with no lights. And I'm wondering, did they just forget, or are they being stupid? What is it? Anyway, what about the law?
Yes, sir. The Colorado State statute, anyone can look it up. It's 42-4-204.
And what does it say?
It says headlights will be on from sunset to sunrise, or when visibility is less than 1,000 feet. And I was a state trooper for 30 years, and when I'd stop people, I'd say, when you can't see the big ball in the sky, the lights have to be on. It's sunset. It's sunset to sunrise. It doesn't say anything about dusk or dawn or a half hour before or after. It's very clear.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Griffin has a comment on that Acadia. Here's what happened. She takes her GMC in to Woodman, Nissan. They do a rear front seal or main front, rear main seal, right? Whatever it is. They did, rear main seal. Then the car seized within 20 miles. Can't be a coincidence, in my opinion. Griffin, what do you think?
Hey, Tom, what's happening, dude?
Not much today. What's happening with you?
Oh, no, I'm just fixing a Subaru right now. Hey, listen, with that Acadia at the Nissan dealership, she should go in there, talk to the service director, and have them pull. Each repair order is assigned a technician. Have them pull the repair order history to see if there's a trend analysis. If this particular technician is prone to having comebacks for making mistakes. And
do you think they would do that though? I don't think they want to. Do you think they really want to?
If they want to prove that they didn't do it.
Oh, I know, but if they find damning information, are they going to what are they going to do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Well, Tom, the thing is that, it's an Acadia at a Nissan dealership. So chances are they had the used car tech working on it. And usually, not always, but usually used car techs, they're not as sharp as somebody that's a master of their craft, And so,
wow.
They may think, I've been in the industry 20 years, Tom.
Okay.
They may think, oh yeah, with the Nissan, when you do the rear main seal, it never loses any oil, so you don't need to check the oil level again. And they may have applied that same philosophy to this Acadia. But either way, I would find out which technician worked on it, and if he has a history of comebacks.
Okay. Well, thank you. That I appreciate that. That bit of information. And I want to hear what Carl has to say about that. Go ahead, Carl.
Tom, how are you, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. What's happening with you today? Staying warm?
I probably.
So tell me about it.
So here's my thought on that Acadia engine with 20 miles on it.
Well, yeah, what is it?
If they dumped oil in it, that oil's going to be new. That means it didn't heat cycle and it didn't get impregnated with contamination from the seized engine. I would have that oil tested and see if there's microscopic shavings in that oil or not. A good test facility will be able to tell if that oil was dumped in before and it's seized or after, and there's no contamination.
And if they put new oil in it, it would be damning.
Yeah, it would be new oil. There would be no microscopic crushed material in the oil from it seizing.
Yeah, there would be definitely something to be said about that. That's for damn sure. Oh, yes. Yes, I love that one. I wonder, Norris, if we can call him back, Susan, run that by him. That's a good idea, I think. Now, I'm sorry, Christine, I see your call. I'll take you next, I promise you, on Blue Sky Plumbing.
Now, Impact Track.
This thing lost its mind. Good thing I found mine.
If you want to save your life and you have an impending heart attack in your future or stroke or possible an aneurysm, please call Core Scans. I'm not kidding. This is not something that gives you a calcium score like other scans. This shows soft plaque, which is an immediate danger, and the amount. It's in less than 15 minutes, non-invasive, pain-free. It's done in a chair. That's a direct indication of heart disease or stroke or risk of stroke. $189. And here's what I want to say about that. They also have a scan for your core that can see aneurysms in early stages. Now, aneurysms, heart attacks, strokes, we're talking death episodes. And wouldn't you like to know there's an aneurysm brewing? Now, there are things you can do about all of these things covered by insurance. So get the scan, $189 for the cardiovascular part. 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663. Core Scans. That's C-O-R without the E, corescans.com.
Goodland, Kansas, 1976 is where it all began for Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Over 200 brokers and agents from coast to coast. We're still going.
Holy shit.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage, and should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's airborne pathogens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug. It's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hope.
This fucking website has my service ceiling on my helicopter listed at 10,000 feet. I've been up to Leadville, the highest airport in North America. Dude, I don't understand.
So how was your morning, mister?
Oh, just fucking crazy. Crazy. One of the most unbelievable light sport aircrafts just came out. Well, it's fucking unbelievable.
What's so unbelievable?
205,000 brand spanking new.
What's so unbelievable?
No, because it's so beautiful and it has so many features.
Didn't you say 200? Those the tops.
Well,
speed.
Yeah. Hold on. For light sport, I think. Yeah, but who fucking cares?
No, I'm just curious. Didn't you say that?
I got to say, I want to make sure I'm quoting that right. But man, now they have an electric plane that's out.
That's crazy.
I wonder though what the range is.
Solar panels on the wings, ranges forever.
Wait, is it truly electric?
Actually, there is a.
Are you shitting me? It's a fucking electric engine. But what's the range? That come on.
I told you, some solar panels on the ceiling.
Performance. Hold on. Endurance, 45 minutes. Oh, wait, cruise endurance, I'm sorry, 50 minutes.
So you can only...
that's not a lot, shit.
Trip, huh?
That's not a lot. Oh, wait, no, cruise speed, endurance, hold on. That is too fucking weird. An electric airplane. How cool. I mean, do you know all the bullshit you don't have to mess with if you had an electric engine?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
You wouldn't have to mess with nothing but your battery and your switch.
But it doesn't really, it's really avoiding that, you know, the, okay.
It's hard to get an extension cord for those planes though, right?
It doesn't talk about it just totally, even in FAQ, none of the, I want to know how long, okay, hold on. How fast does the battery charge? 1 hour and 20 minutes. It doesn't say how long that, there's nothing about how, okay, the range.
Well, range should calculate it.
Wait, is design local flights?
Local. Franktown to Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Therefore, A to B flights are not part of it. Okay, A to B flights are not typical. In other words, it's not really made.
Well, yeah, because where you're going to charge it? How many airports have a charging station?
You can carry it with you. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Okay, Christine, I'm so sorry for the wait. I truly am. So that's going to make that's going to make me dedicated to want to help you. What's going on?
Well, in 2020 fall,
We hired Blue Sky Plumbing to redo our mountain home on a well, our filtration and heating system, our water. And they assured us, because we know nothing about plumbing.
Now, what was this, Christine? Was this all in one contract?
Yes.
And how much?
$24,000.
Okay, and the 24K.
About 25.
Okay, 25, and it included exactly what?
To redo our filtration system.
What do you mean by that's the part I don't understand? What is a filtration system?
Well, because we're on.
Oh, okay, okay, got it. Halo.
We were supposed to have like a water softener, reverse osmosis with the black lights.
I bet it was 10 grand. How much was it? How much was it? I bet it was 10 grand. How much for the Halo?
I can't even tell you.
Okay, so hold on.
I honestly don't know. I know everything together was about 25 grand.
Okay,
my husband would have this information.
They did the Halo. What else did they do?
They did a new water tank and a new heating system, because our other one was like 30 years old. It's all
what kind
nice
of heating system?
I don't know. I'd have to go down there and look at it.
You mean an actual furnace?
Yeah, it's kind of like a furnace, I guess.
All right, hold on. I need to get a few more specifics from you. We have an expert coming on. Hold on. I'm Tom Martino. More coming up on this, and your calls
303-713-TALK. Those Halos, in my opinion, are so overpriced.
I need to know what they are. That's all.
The Halos, Plumbline sells them, I bet Fix-It sells them. It's the Mac Daddy of filtration.
Okay. Do you want to go off for a minute?
Including quartz. Bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. Tear out and haul away free. Get a price on the phone. 303-386-5919. TheArtOfGranite.com.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous? With such frequent ups and downs, don't let market volatility derail your retirement. Hi, I'm Linda Gardner, host of Your Money, Your Retirement, Saturday on 630 KHOW. If you're concerned about the markets, call today to schedule a complimentary review of your portfolio. Call 720-488-8604. That's 720-488-8604. Or online, yourmoneyyourretirement.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart Radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one.
ABC News, I'm Victor Okendo. White House officials are going to brief congressional leadership staff about Ukraine, but as Russia continues a buildup, ABC's Patrick Ravel in Kiev says Ukraine's top security official is skeptical of Russia's plans.
Alexei Danilov told the BBC that the number of Russian troops at Ukraine's border is, quote, not increasing in the way that many people are presenting it. There is a gap between the US and Ukraine's assessment of how likely a full-scale invasion is. Ukrainian officials are more skeptical.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis said he would fight the decision to halt Eli Lilly and Regeneron monoclonal antibody treatments in Florida. Stuart Rhodes, founder of the Oath Keepers militia group, pleaded not guilty to federal charges in connection with the January 6th Capitol riot. GM says it will invest $7 billion in electric vehicles and battery production in Michigan, creating 4,000 jobs.
You do if you go out and start raining in my electric plane.
You land real quick.
I don't like that one.
Can you
Sparks will be flying.
Can you fly? That is a no.
Short to the ground.
Yeah, that's interesting, because really all you got to do, what do you plug it into, though, a 120?
I don't know. I'm looking.
That part's crazy.
Plug it into my phone battery brick.
It is simple to maintain. It's one motor and batteries. Now that is cool.
And it's probably, there's nothing to break. Except for that rain.
It's totally quiet. Holy shit, would that be weird?
That would be weird.
That would be so weird. Flying along like...
That would definitely be very, very strange.
No combustion gases.
You got a pen, bro?
I don't have a pen,
bro.
Coming to the rescue.
I have to bring a pen.
How's up, Biz? Good, man?
500 hours.
I was telling Tom you did 86 million or 81 million sales.
That's crazy. That thing got... Yeah,
you'll probably break 100 this year.
I hope so. We're working hard, man. Look, if they use a standard car charger, it's also used on most electric cars. The charging system
seems like logical.
How much is it?
It comes with the plane. Oh my God, no, it doesn't. Not this one. Look at this. Is like holy shit. That's a. Oh my God, charging station. You got to buy this. Oh, that's.
Well, with cars, you usually have to buy them too.
Oh, but oh my God, this is like crazy shit. But an hour and a half to charge after an hour of flying, that's not. I'd keep it plugged in, but I'm really seriously thinking about this as fun, being one of the first. But then they'll come out so much better.
No, you don't want that.
Not one of the first generations, right?
How about being the first guy to crash in an all-electric plane?
They'll never hear you coming, Tom. All you'll hear is the wind.
I know, isn't it? That would be the strangest part. Absolutely no sound. And then if they really insulated it well, like a good luxury car,
500 hours.
You wouldn't hear anything.
Rotation, just flying till the wind shear comes.
This is crazy stuff. It's the first electric one on the market, though.
So I think it's doing just fine.
I want to know what speed is.
This morning.
Good.
Oh, no. I'm probably getting to the story.
Oh, you're getting to the bad part.
Yeah, cruising along, doing just fine. So all of a sudden, the cameras drop out, and the feed starts choking. Yeah. So I get it stabilized and back on. And then the audio went out.
Sponsored by
Jackson
Hewitt.
I don't know which one of these cameras is frozen, stopped working.
Still now?
No, they're up now.
It just needed a good reboot.
I had to reboot them all twice a couple of times.
Okay, so it goes how fast?
South of town, wreck south on I-25 blocks.
Oh my God.
Between Wilcox and Plum Creek Parkway.
Okay, the fastest it can go is 108, and that's the VNE, which means never exceed. This is a slow aircraft.
Thursday and 31 degrees. We're going to see some sun breaks coming up over the weekend.
Yeah, this is weird.
Monday. Right now it's 28 degrees.
Probably built with a lot of lift, just in case you run out of battery. You need to float down.
Refund guaranteed. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will help find thousands worth of new tax credits, so you get every
Service
dollar.
12,000 feet, which is really good for a small
appointment with one of their tax pros and learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Take a trip back to apartment 4D.
Okay, 90 knots, 50 minutes.
On the Welcome to Our Show podcast,
giving you a reserve of a half hour. Huh. This is intriguing. What would I do? I wouldn't have anything to work on.
Oh shit, rate hike March. Let me look at CNBC.
I just wouldn't have anything to work on.
That ain't bad. I thought we could now.
Goodland, Kansas, 1976.
I wonder how that'll affect your biz. Let's say we get a quarter point moved. I don't think that'd be insane. So you get a quarter point. What did he say rates are right now? We just had this conversation. Did we hear what Kurt said?
866-741-8323.
What are they? They got to be at least 3 now, right? So 3 1/4. I don't think that would affect homes in Colorado, even by blinking.
Mark, with inflation, they're going to go up anyway, but the rates will still be all-time lows. You've got so many people moving. We had 420,000 people over the last so many years move into Colorado. We have so much.
I got to start helping Miles look for something. We got to buy something soon.
Yeah, let me know.
I know. I don't know what. I'm trying to push him more towards a townhouse or condo. He wants a house.
With those rates go up a little bit. I'll send some of that. You know.
$12K a day giveaway.
Yeah. You motherfucker. I'm sorry.
Boy, the language. You know, maybe you don't realize how insulting that is.
I'm sorry.
This is the Troubleshooter.
It's not cool.
Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. By the way, before I go back to my other call, I want to go to Bruce. He has a comment on that seized engine. The Acadia was brought into this place, and I don't like it, Woodman Nissan, and they replaced the rear main seal, and within 20 miles it's seized. They don't know if it was filled back with oil because they took it right back there. They didn't check the oil. People are saying if they did try to refill it with oil, that oil will be completely different than the oil inside the engine and could be detected. What's your comment on that, Bruce? I really appreciate all of the information people are giving us. And Christine, I'll go right back to you. Bruce, what is your comment?
Is she needs to get that oil analyzed.
Yeah.
Because if it's brand new oil, it will not have impurities in it.
Yeah, that's what someone else said. I think that's cool.
Caterpillar does it in Denver. I think
Siegel Oil Company.
Wait. What is the one we have in Denver?
Siegel Oil does great oil analysis.
Okay.
It's Titan Oil.
That's what I meant, Mark. That's what I was going to say, Titan. So
yeah,
that's
it's owned by a guy named Don Siegel.
Okay.
Or it was.
So that's pretty cool. Is that so? An oil analysis will do that. Mark, is that what you were going to say, Mark?
Hi, Tom. It's Mark.
Yes.
I was going to say, check her receipt for the seal change and see if they charged her for oil. If it's not on there when she goes to court, that would be good evidence.
It sure as hell would be. That's good. Thank you. Thank you. Christine, you had some work done, and by Blue Sky Plumbing, they quoted you $25,000, and it was a halo filtration, a water tank.
Lochinvar Noble heater because our house is radiant heat.
Wait. So what kind of heater did they do?
It says Lochinvar. It's called a Lochinvar Noble. It's like a little square box attached to a giant tank.
Is it a boiler?
Yes, it's a boiler. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't think of it.
Okay, good. It's a boiler, and you have hot water heat.
Hot water heat, yes, radiant heat in our home.
Well, $25,000 for those three things don't sound terrible, but what are you complaining about?
Okay, so the problem is apparently that the halo doesn't work for us because of our location and our well water. And Blue Sky Plumbing even admitted that they shouldn't have put in that system.
Do you know how much you were charged for that halo system?
Directly, when you said about $10,000, that seems about right. I do not have the paperwork in front of me. My husband has all that.
That would leave $15,000 for the tank and boiler, which could be
labor.
Yeah. Now hold on. I want to bring up Paul the Waterman, waterpros.net. He's my water expert for softening and conditioning, treatment, purification, all of that stuff. And I just want to.
And I can explain to him the problem and what they're saying.
Okay, let's bring him up. This is Paul Dowding. Paul, may I ask, first of all, what is the Halo filtration system? What is it?
It's a scam because there's no such thing as salt-free water softening. If you go on their website, they make, it's a blatant lie claim that it's a magnet's going to basically suspend the hard water minerals.
So it's a magnet softener, magnetic softener.
Magnetic softener is what it is, and then they have a tested and certified label by the Water Quality Association that's on the brochure, but it's misleading because if you look at what it's certified for, it's not certified for water softening.
What is it certified for?
It's certified that it uses lead-free components is basically what it's certified for.
Okay, Halo magnetic softener, and you're saying it doesn't really soften? Can you do testing to prove that?
We actually have, and we've given the information.
Hold on. Paul, have you done testing to prove that?
Yes. Yeah, Halo, I over the years, I think the last 5 years, I think at least a half a dozen Halo systems we've had to go replace. And we had a listener that used another plumbing company in Denver that bought a Halo system that we were able to help, and they gave them a complete refund.
Okay, so now, Christine, go ahead.
So, because we don't have the correct filtration system, it actually led to damage. It cracked our tank, which is still cracked.
Whoa. What cracked your tank?
Basically, I guess, from what Blue Sky's technicians told us, is because we don't have the proper filtration, it caused the inside of our brand new tank to corrode, which caused it to crack, and now it's leaking all over our floor.
How long ago?
It has been for the last 4 months.
How long ago was this tank installed?
Everything was installed fall, I want to say September of 2020.
Okay,
foul. That's crap, man.
No, hold on. That tank should not have cracked, but I doubt hard water would have cracked that tank in a year. Okay?
Well, what can happen, Tom, is that it depends on how hard the water is, and also the water could be acidic. So when you take hot water with hard water, it oxidizes faster. And so the heat, the calcium can build up inside that tank. If you got flame going at it, it's got to go through the calcium.
Well, hold on. Are you talking your hot water tank here or your regular holding tank? What are you talking about?
I think it's the hot water tank. I mean, we don't have a regular holding tank. We have a well. I mean,
I understand that, but some people with a well have a holding tank and they pressurize it for water pressure.
Oh, everything's already pressurized right here. There's a pressurizer right next to the tank and the Noble system.
All right, so the water tank you're referring to when you said you paid $25,000 for halo magnetic softener and a water tank and a boiler, you mean hot water tank?
Yes.
A water heater, sorry. Now, a water heater, though, on a boiler system is usually a sidecar. The boiler does...
yeah, that's what we have as well. It's attached to the tank.
Okay, cool. So now I'm getting a picture. So the water heater attached to the boiler, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you paid $25,000 for a halo, a water heater, and boiler.
Yes.
Okay. Now.
And they admitted that the halo isn't working, and that's what caused the damage to the tank. They told us it was on their end, and they would
I think they should replace the tank no matter what. Okay, no matter what. But I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
But now they're saying that they're no longer going to replace everything for free. They want us to pay another $10,000 out of pocket.
For what?
To get the filtration system that we need.
No, here's what you do. Here's what you should do. Okay? What you should do is let them replace the water tank, period. That's it. Then...
Okay, but there's a problem with that.
Why?
They won't contact us anymore unless we sign a customer agreement saying we won't have any customer backlash. And that's what set off all the red flags.
You know what? Send that. I want to see this agreement. I really
Do we know Blue Sky Plumbing?
Yeah, well, we used to. They used to be on the referral list.
They did.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Now, hold on.
And if you could give me an email address, I'd love to forward it to you.
Yeah, I'd like to read what Blue Sky is asking customers to sign before they do any work that should be done.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Hey, Christine, this is not kosher here. There's something really wrong. First of all, if we can have Paul test that water to show it's not being softened before and after that, then I think you can sue them for the cost of that damn Halo system or make them give you a refund.
I can tell you right now, that Halo is between $7,000 and $10,000 of it.
Now, listen, then you sue them for you sue them twice. You sue them once for the Halo, because it's just not as represented. Then you sue them again for the for the sidecar water heater. And I'm telling you, I think you'll win both, and we'll help you. Or first, though, before we do all that, we go and reason with them. Okay? We either let Mark or one of the deputies reason with them. So you called the right place. Hold on, all right? And Suze is going to let you know how to get all that stuff to us. And Paul, the waterman, I truly appreciate your honesty. I do.
And folks, hang on. We're going to read it as soon as we get it.
Now, Paul, the waterman, I want to remind you, Paul, free water tests, right? No panic water tests. That's great. Nope. And that's 303-862-5554. More coming right up.
Frank, what else is going on, man?
Just running, brother.
Non-stop.
Non-stop. Yeah. Yeah, just been going, man. How about you? You don't have time to breathe, just like me, Mark.
Yeah, so just all kinds of stuff, man. I mean, nothing. Approval reverse.
Mortgage. Joan Sullivan. She can give you the right information about reverse loans if you need it. She's a trusted source that we call for information when you need a reverse loan. It's for those 62 or older with equity. It's not for everyone, but it's a useful tool for living off of your equity without ever paying tax on it. And very low qualifications. Because they just want seniors to have a way to live, and it's government-backed. You'll never be upside down in your home either. Find out more at 303-771-3528. 771-3528, approvalreverse.com. Rocky Mountain IV Medics is someone I use monthly. I'm going to start using them maybe a little more often, maybe every 3 weeks, because it really makes me feel better. Hydration therapy at your home or your office. Sometimes I do it right here in the studio. For vitamin deficiencies, dehydration, migraines, or if you have the flu, even COVID, it can help you get better. Now, it's just one of the therapies, of course, because hydration is one of the most common wellness therapies. RockyMountainIVMedics.com. And you can text or call for same-day, even same-hour appointments, 720-987-2155, 720-987-2155.
You know, think of these words right here. Code upgrade coverage, debris removal, landscape coverage, O and P. Overhead and profit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about things your insurance company, your homeowner's company is going to try to screw you over on if you file a claim. They're going to pretend that they're not even supposed to pay for that stuff. Do you realize that stuff could be well over another $100,000 in your pocket? You need to call Matt at Paragon Services, especially if you are affected by these wildfires in Boulder County. Call Matt up. You can even talk to him right over the phone. Say, hey, the insurance company is offering me this much. Is it fair? He'll give you free advice. It doesn't get any better than that. Protect your rights. Don't fall for these guys. These adjusters are no good. 719-726-0020. Yeah, adjusters, I said it. You're no good. 719-726-0020.
Susan, it's so great to finally be able to get together again.
You're dirtbags.
And I really appreciate you picking up.
Maybe that's a little far, right?
I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app.
I always picture these guys like you go buy a car and, they go to the back. They act like they're talking to the boss. They're going through the whole haggle, even though there's no haggle going on. But then they come out, and you guys agree on a price, and you go into closing. So then in closing, all of a sudden, this son of a bitch is trying to sell you everything you've never heard of. Stuff they make up. I'm pretty sure they literally make stuff up, and then if they can get you to buy it, as soon as you leave, they're in the back high-fiving, going, oh, man, he bought the wheel coverage. It doesn't even cover anything. Oh, he bought the paint protect. Little did he know that's part of the manufacturer's warranty.
The Johnson rod. You got your Johnson rod.
Yeah.
It's part of Rod's Johnson.
The Johnson rod. Undercoat. We don't even know what that is. Oh, I forgot about that. Putty. Grease monkey. How many monkeys do you know that can take apart a carburetor?
Putty is a trip.
I love Putty, man.
He was one of my favorites.
He did another show that was really good. I loved. He lived with his wife. They didn't have any kids. Half-hour comedy, and had David Spade in it. Oh man, was it good? I can't think of it. I've seen every episode though. But Putty was married to his wife, and they lived in this condo, pretty well off. It's good stuff.
Putty.
Yeah. How about when he's? How about when they go to the?
I love.
They go to the Catholic priest, and he's explaining how Elaine's going to go to hell, and
I remember that.
And Elaine's really mad because he's not upset that she's going to go to hell, and then the priest tells him, "Well, I got news for you.
you're both going to hell because you're living together before marriage.
I was like, yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's right. Or how about the devil when you paint his face? Face painter.
When we went to that hockey game or whatever. It was a hockey game. It's awesome. They have those on Netflix now.
I know. Trust me, I know. I watch them. I fall asleep to Seinfeld almost every night, Frank. No BS. Every night. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes. The worst part is, Suzanne falls asleep before me, so I'll have the TV low, but I can hear it. But then something will happen, even till this day, if I've seen it 100 times, there's certain things that I know are coming up that I have to, open my eyes and look, and I still, you don't want to wake up your spouse, so you're giggling, you don't want the bed to move. The other one was when they were chasing Jerry's car got stolen. And it had the Kennedy golf clubs in the back.
I remember.
And he's got to get the truck lighter because he can't keep up. So I saw this last night on Netflix. He goes, it's Kramer and Newman. And he's to Newman. He goes, hey, there was a pie stand back there. And Newman's like, where? And then he kicks him out of the truck. Like anybody's going to believe you just, in the middle of the night, passed the pie stand.
The first time I ever saw the big race, when George goes in there for 10 minutes, he hasn't seen it. Oh, my gosh. Just how he overreacts everything.
That was my first million.
That was my first. I like to stay in touch with the people.
And then Jerry goes, those are some shoes you have there. What is that, a hole in the side?
Is that canvas? Well, I guess I better get going now.
George.
I haven't seen you in so long.
Or when Jerry runs into that lady, it was the one with the whale, the beached whale, and he tells her, oh, he's doing great as a marine biologist. And George goes, it's these little lines that are so great. Oh, why'd you tell her that? You know I always wanted to pretend to be an architect.
Why could you squeeze those $2
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Craig has a comment on that seized engine. Go ahead, Craig. What's happening?
Yeah, here's a thought. Okay, based on the fact the oil filter is new, if the engine didn't have oil in it, then the oil filter would not have oil in it. So basically just drop the oil filter and see if it's empty. They could pour as much oil as they want in the engine, but if it didn't cycle through and fill the oil filter... Man, there are a lot of good suggestions, Craig. Thank you.
I'm great. It's great hearing from my listeners. We're trying to figure out why a Acadia seized within 20 miles of getting a rear main seal done.
Well, you could have oil. I didn't get to hear the call, but you could have oil leak out right where the transmission and the engine come up together. But my guess is if it truly seized, is probably lack of oil.
You're right, though. It could have leaked out because they didn't put it together right.
If that rear main seal breaks, it can definitely leak a lot of oil. They'd have to be incompetent, but are they... I didn't hear the call once again because of traffic coming in, but are they refusing to do anything? What are they saying?
They're saying she has to pay for a used engine.
And they did nothing wrong?
That's what they're saying.
Did she do normal maintenance on this vehicle she can prove?
She claims it had 124,000 miles, a 2011 GMC Acadia. She took it to Woodman Nissan to replace the rear main seal in December 2021.
Uh-oh. Colorado Springs.
Is that Woodman?
I think it is, and we've had issues with them in the past. I don't like that even more now.
So there you go.
Here's the other thing, man. That guy that called up with the oil analysis, that older character, that's a good thing, man. She needs to do that. They need to send it over to Siegel or Titan or wherever and get it done. Because if the oil's so bad, the engine got gummed up and then it seized, that's one thing. But if that oil's in good shape, they did not put oil back into there.
So do we have Angela? I hope Angela's listening, Suze. If not, do we have her number to contact her again? Because we really need to help her on this. In fact, what were her marching orders? I think, did we put someone on this? We need to.
I'm calling her.
We need to put a deputy on it, and we'll talk to her about it. We're going to tell her what to do. Stephanie Thomas is with Exit Realty Pikes Peak, StephanieRe.com, and Frank Duran Homes.com. I like this one better, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com. He's with Remax Alliance here in Denver. Okay, I want to ask both of you. I got an email here. No, it's a text. You can text the show, by the way, folks. 57739. Put Tom there so I know it's for me. It says, Tom, I'm getting my real estate license. I'm 57, but I'm wondering if it's worth it because I hear, like in my town, there's 170 brokers. He's in a small town. And only 70 properties. So like, what happens? Stephanie, that's really a challenge. Why do we still have people getting their real estate licenses because they hear about a real estate boom, but it's not going to happen, right? What do you think, Frank?
This is just my opinion, Tom. I say only get in this business if you're passionate and you're willing to put in the work. And
I understand that part, but can they compete with? I mean, there's only so much you can sell.
You know, I think it just is how committed you are, Tom. When I got it,
okay.
Go ahead.
If you put Frank or Stephanie in that small town of 70 properties, they would end up being on the top. I don't care. So I would say yes. If this guy, who cares how many properties? If there's any for sale and you've got the passion like Frank's talking about, you're going to be number one. That's why Frank sells more homes in 1 month than most realtors sell in a year. And that's true.
Okay, so what do you think, Stephanie, if somebody told you they wanted to get their license?
You know, I agree with Frank. You have to have the passion and really commitment to put in the work. I think if you're willing to do that and you're really willing to pour your heart into the business and you have a heart for service, then you can absolutely make a difference. Even in a small community, those numbers definitely sound a little daunting, but I think it really boils down to that person and their heart for service. Because that's what this business really is. It's really a service business.
Okay. So it really is. You're gonna have to stand out way more than usual, because when you have more and more people selling fewer and fewer items, holy crap, that's a big problem. By the way, I want to talk to Gary. He's Angela's husband. Angela called on that Acadia. Gary, we're getting a lot of good suggestions here. You had that GMC Acadia sent to Woodman Nissan. They replaced the rear main seal. At their suggestion, December 2021, and within 20 miles, the engine seized. Now, I'd be really pissed off, Gary, especially because they won't do anything. But you really need, and I'm hoping it hasn't been screwed up already. If you had it towed out of there, you need to have that oil analyzed. Anything in the pan, and then you have to have the filter cut open and see if they poured oil in it after it's seized, or if there are any apparent leaks. Now, Gary, is it too late to do that? Have they taken it all apart at the new place you took it?
I don't think they took it apart at the new place. Those are all good suggestions, and we can do it. The concern I have is even if the oil checks out, that's only one possibility of what they did incorrectly. But we can work on getting it analyzed.
All right, what else did they do incorrectly?
In the filter. Look.
What else?
Well, I don't. That's the whole thing. The other gentleman you said earlier in the call that perhaps they didn't align something correctly and it just didn't join. But the bottom fact is there were no dashboard lights. The car was maintained since the very first day it was owned. There were no oil. There was no oil on the car, no oil on the ground, no oil anywhere before this seal was replaced. One other kicker.
Well,
let me
I understand that, but hold on. What happened before that doesn't matter. You can't prove you didn't need it. That's done. Don't even bother, because you had it done.
Okay.
You had it done.
Okay.
Going back and arguing you didn't need it is not the argument. Here's the only argument you have. What did they do to cause this to seize? That's the only argument you have. You have to make a connection. Not argue you should have never had it done, because you did have it done. What you have to argue is, in doing it, what did they do wrong?
Like the gentleman said earlier, either there's not oil in it, which I did look through the invoice, and the invoice calls out the oil. It said it was put in, so they cover themselves that way. That doesn't mean it was actually done,
right?
But it's on the invoice.
Right.
The fact of the matter is, right, Tom, is that, like you said, in under 20 miles, an engine seizes. When there's no
it's crazy. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all. None. None. Something had to have, in my opinion, something had to have been done wrong. Even Norris, who takes a scientific approach most of the time, says, even without evidence, going to small claims court, suing them for the price of a used engine, you got to cap it at $7,500. But small claims court allows you to at least do it without an attorney. You can go to court and argue that you took it out of there. And how much was it? How much was it for replacing?
How much was the repair? How much is the new motor?
The repair.
Installed?
How much was the repair?
Trying to remember offhand, it was either $2,400 or $2,700.
Yeah. And
I do want to throw this piece out, Tom, because even though it's happened in the past, they did know that day. I told them when they were fixing the motor mount, I said, today's the last day of my extended maintenance. And lo and behold, I have a rear main seal that's a problem.
What do you mean your last day? Did your warranty pay for that?
My warranty paid for the seal.
Okay, that's good. What warranty was that?
66, Route 66.
Wow, I'm surprised. They paid for that
In fact,
whole...
I got to tell you, Route 66 was awesome because I was actually 1 day late, and they went ahead and covered the seal for me. So kudos to them, at least in this event.
Did they ever cover stuff before this?
Oh, small stuff, yeah. Smaller stuff. The window doesn't work.
How much did that warranty cost?
Well, they didn't cover the motor mount, but anything that's not wear and tear.
How much did that warranty cost you?
Oh, my gosh, I did this 4 years ago. I'm going to say at least 2, maybe more. 2,000, maybe more.
Well, it paid for itself.
It did, absolutely.
Well, listen, man, I don't like this. I think you were screwed by Woodman. I mean, who knows? Maybe you didn't need it. But the point is...
that oil analysis is going to answer a lot.
That's right. You got to immediately call. Where is your car right now?
Right now, it's at a GM dealership in Colorado.
Have them pull the actual oil. Tell them you want a Titan oil analysis.
And you also want the oil filter checked.
Okay.
Now, let's just say the oil's clean. In other words, it's
old oil. Well, excuse me. Let's say the oil's been through the engine. It's not just poured in. And let's say the filter shows that there was oil through it. Then the only other possibility is the oil
leaked out.
Well, how do we know there's oil in it anyway? It wouldn't have seized with oil in it.
You're taking this backwards from where I am. What I'm saying is, if the oil comes back all sludged up, then you know what? The engine could have been old. He didn't maintain it. If the oil comes back clean, why would the engine seize up? The only reason it would seize up at that point is lack of oil. Then after they tear down the engine, they're going to be able to tell if it was starved of oil.
And it could have been starved of oil by what? Oil pump?
No, well, it could for numerous things, but my guess would be it leaked from where they did that rear main seal.
Did you guys notice any oil?
Or they simply
leaking?
Didn't put oil back in it when they did the job.
I know it, but it's impossible. But
you know it's not impossible. You've heard the horror stories.
I mean it's impossible. It would seize for no reason. What is their reasoning as to your engine seizing? What is their reasoning? What did they say it was from?
They claim the timing chain went.
Oh, well, hold on. That's a whole different issue. Is the timing chain broke?
That's pretty straightforward.
If the timing chain is broken...
That's a whole... I thought you said the engine seized.
The engine didn't seize. It destroyed itself.
It's not moving anymore if the
timing chain broke... That's you don't really have a good argument here, man.
No, because the timing chain could go because there's no oil in the motor.
Let's ask Norris that.
Hold on a second.
Here's the other thing I'm curious about. If the engine seizes up, can the timing chain break afterwards?
This is Denver's...
In other words, what came first? The cat or the chicken?
Ask her to get him back on.
Would you get Norris back on, babe?
Now, impact traffic. This report is sponsored by
What's Doc doing?
Fine Furniture.
He's doing good. I don't even know why he's not here today. Maybe just weather?
No, he told us that he was going to have a bunch of shit to do. Follow-ups and stuff.
Also an accident found on Kipling, Florida. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Cloudy skies. Might see more snow throughout the lunch hour. A high of 30 this afternoon. Mostly sunny tomorrow at 42. Then cloudy skies Thursday and 31. Sun breaks over the weekend. Highs in the mid-50s.
Every time I see core scans, I think of Cornitas.
Traffic and weather. I'm Dustin Ritchie, 630. KHOW.
Woodley's Fine
I think of Mexicans every time I see it, no matter what.
Colorado-made furniture. Custom
I
upholstery.
was confused
Solid
because
wood
that didn't
and the
sound
most
Mexican.
comfortable
What you
leather
said.
furniture imaginable.
Cornitas?
Better built furniture in Colorado.
Maybe Cortez.
Visit Woodley's.com.
What is Cornitas?
He's talking about carnitas.
Well, carnitas.
Let's talk about free legal advice when you need it the most. If you're in a car accident, a traffic accident, pedestrian accident, and you're injured, you're going to want to know your rights. Of course, you take care of your injuries at the scene, but then you can call John Fuller. There's no fooling around. He'll take your call free of charge and answer all of your questions. Now, here's the great part. There's no charge for that. But then if you decide to hire him, there's still no charge, money out of pocket. It's only charged a small percentage of what he collects. It's called contingency. So get your free legal advice about your injury from an expert, someone I've known and trusted for years. John Fuller, Fuller Law. You can find him at referralist.com or call him 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. Now, corescans.com. That's without the E, C-O-R, scans.com. Visiting that website is going to give you a lot of information on this scan I've been touting for months now. It's the most accurate, low-cost diagnostic method available for diagnosing heart disease, risk of stroke, and now aneurysms. So here's what you do. You can call them, set up a scan. Now, it's a separate scan for aneurysms, but so what? All of these things could be life-threatening, and people have saved their lives doing it because insurance covers most of the treatments. Corescans.com, 720-740-2663.
Embark on a deep dive into the...
I got like nothing all this.
Let's see. I'm doing fine.
I just popped. I don't know what's going on.
Join Carolyn Astoria as she re-examines the 20-year investigation into
Yeah, I'm talking
claims
into
of 49 young
I don't know what I'm
uncovering never-before-heard audio and the long
TSN office. I barely have any fucking connection though, dude. I don't think that's lit. I'm connected to the office. There's no way I'm connected to that. I got one bar running.
Donnie here with Fitness Gallery. We are loving how thousands of people have found out just how safe and convenient it is to work out in your own home. There's never been a better time to buy. We have everything in the store on sale at pre-inflation pricing. You can save huge, up to 50% off, only while supplies last. Take advantage of up to 36 months, 0% financing. Hi, it's Carl Mecklenburg, former Denver Broncos All-Pro linebacker and defensive captain. This is the place to come if you need a home gym. You'll use it every day. I use it. My wife uses it. Our son uses it. How you guys doing? Ross Smith, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 3-time Pro Bowler. Bring your family with the Denver Broncos. You got dumbbells, you got fitness equipment, you got treadmills, you got lights. We got it in stock right now. My original fitness equipment came from a big box store. Filled the space, looked great, but it just wasn't functional. So you know what happened? Here we use. We have the best warranties. It's commercial-grade equipment made for your home. Visit one of our 6 convenient locations today or fitnessgallery.com.
When it comes to kitchen countertops and cabinets, you're flooded with choices. But my recommendation is but one choice, Art of Granite, luxury with value. Hi, I'm Tom Martino. Wholesale prices on all stone and surfaces, including quartz. Pay only for fabrication and installation. And when the kitchen is done, the bathroom.
Mark, never mind. I'll talk to you
It's
later.
also free. Call now for your selection of quartz. All the latest colors. 303-386-5919. TheArtofGranite.com.
This tax filing incident could be one for the record books. There are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits on the table, and Jackson Hewitt will help make sure you get every one you deserve. Tax credits for being a parent, taking care of a parent, taking
We may take action if you encroach, but it depends on how much you encroach.
Jackson Hewitt will make sure you get credit for all you do.
About
and
what?
get your biggest refund
Bite him.
guaranteed. Learn more
Oh,
at
green lights are Russian.
jacksonhewitt.com.
The guy you voted for, the guy you love.
You know, half of what comes out of Mark's mouth it could be considered dribble, right?
Oh, I know, bro.
Well, Mark's a shucks and darn kind of guy, guys. Right, Mark?
I am. Shucks.
Shucks.
Darn it, you copy.
I promise you they're not going to pressure you, and they certainly won't charge any upfront or hidden fees. If you like what you hear from my friends, they'll design a custom loan to fit your budget and your needs. And they might help you skip 2 payments if you want to do that. So why not call? Ask for anyone who's a friend of Michael Brown, and they'll get you started in only 10 minutes. Give them a call. Ask for anyone who used to work with me, and you can pre-qualify for free when you call 303-695-7000. 303-695-7000 or visit online, AmericanFinancing.net. MLS 1833334, regulated by the Division of Real Estate.
Trade in, trade out, trade down, whatever your needs are, the Sharp Price will get you the best offer, hands down. Your car is worth more now than any time in the past. They're located just minutes from I-25 in Santa Fe, and they have the best appraisals in town. Get more info today at thesharpestprice.com.
Is your retirement plan where it should be? Denver's Dollars and Cents radio show with Troy and Lori Hampshire of Hampshire Wealth Management can help make sure it is. Be sure to listen Saturday mornings at 6 on 630 KHOW, Denver's talk station.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So there's another wild card here in the quest to find the problem with the Acadia that seized 20 miles after the rear main seal was done by this dealership that we've had problems with before, Woodman Nissan. So I'm going to bring up Gary, the owner of that Acadia, and then Norris from SOS Inspections once again. Norris, Gary just told us that Woodman Nissan says we're not doing anything about this because we don't believe it was our fault that your car failed, your engine failed. They said it was the timing belt that broke. Now, let's say, for argument's sake, there is a broken timing belt. Excuse me, not
chain.
Belt, a chain. A broken chain. Okay, let's just say, for argument's sake, if there is a broken chain, can Gary and his wife make the argument, well, yeah, the chain broke because of a lack of oil or because the engine seized?
Yes, both.
Oh, okay. So in other words, the fact that the chain broke, what came first?
Right. And how are they going to get around the fact that they failed to recommend a chain and instead recommended a rear main seal?
Well, why would they recommend a chain?
Before a chain fails, they start to rattle and make noise, and people often complain about the noise and the rattling, and that's the diagnosis. It's rattling or making noise, or there's a fault code stored.
Okay. So this is all good, Norris, for them to go to small claims court then. I mean,
it just gets better and better, yeah. And I was listening when the guy was talking about the oil analysis, and I have to disagree.
Why?
With the oil analysis, because if there's, let's say there's metal shavings in the bottom of the engine, and you pour clean oil on top of it, and then you pull the drain plug, and out comes metal shavings with clean oil in it. What does that prove? Nothing.
No, it proves they put clean oil in it.
Yeah, how about if it's just all gummed up and nasty, man, like the oil is just horrible?
Right. That could be, but then you have to call in to testify oil analysis experts, because that kind of information is really difficult to interpret. It takes a lot. You would need what's called a tribologist to come to court with you to prove that oil was added after the engine was seized. And in fact, when I do blotter test oil analysis with the dipstick, I use that method because debris and metal shavings will actually float.
All right.
Well, hold on, though.
Hold on. Let him finish. Because they'll float on the surface, you pick them up on the stick. I want to know something else. If Gary if Gary has this car and there's an oil filter, were you charged for a filter, Gary?
Well, Tom, I'd have to go back and look at the invoice.
He could check
which I can do while we're talking.
He could check the filter, and if the filter has been no oil in it, unless they kept the original filter, it would have.
Like, that's a good point, Tom. That's a very good point. If it's a brand new filter and has no oil in it, that's a very good point.
Couldn't you also tell?
Well, some caller made that suggestion.
That it's in bad shape. In other words, they didn't replace the oil, and the oil is really old, and the engine possibly could have seized at that point.
That's true, too. In which case, they're recommending a rear main seal. Why aren't they recommending an oil change? Something's not right with the recommendations that are going on with this car.
Well, I think what you need, Gary, is to check that filter, see if you were charged for it, and then cut that open.
I don't see the filter on the invoice, just the oil.
Which means they left the original filter on there. Would that be unusual, Norris?
That would be highly unusual. This whole thing is sounding like a train wreck. And just like we were talking before, if we were the arbitrator or the judge in a small claims court, it would be pretty clear cut.
I'd still, man, I tell you what, Gary, if it was me, I'd take him to small claims court for sure. I got to take this break.
Just have Frank Duran sell the car. You'll get more than you ask.
Yeah, the car, see? That's true, though. Low inventory on the cars. Yeah. Real low, huh? Yeah.
It's Smarty Marty. I see you.
Fox 31 pinpoint weather. A few remaining snow flurries through the afternoon. The high near 30. Mostly sunny tomorrow at 42. Then mostly cloudy skies Thursday at 31. Sun breaks Friday and over the weekend. Highs into the 50s by Monday. Right now it's 28 with your impact traffic and weather.
42. The answer to everything.
This new year calls for more hiring.
42.
Check out Indeed, the all-in-one hiring platform that makes it easy to attract, screen, and interview.
Michael Abinetti fired his counsel. He's going to represent himself. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies has a name that says it all. They are the Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. It's a family team approach. They are just good people, and you feel that when you talk to them. There's a father and son-in-law. They have 40 years' experience of helping people with a comprehensive approach, which means more than just investing, okay? They don't turn and churn your investments to make commissions. In fact, they're very transparent on how they make money, and we'll talk about that completely to you. They also help you with taxes, income taxes, property taxes. They help you with Social Security for optimum benefits. Now, you can get them before you retire, okay? Retirement Planning Center is just that. You can call them before or in the middle of retirement. Medicare and supplements, insurance and annuities, long-term care, estate planning. Retirement planning is a big puzzle. They put all these pieces together as your coordinated advocate. Listen, they are good people, and they will meet with you any way you want. In fact, you can meet with them 2 or 3 times before you decide to hire them. They won't charge you a dime, and then they let you know exactly how they make their fees. You can go online and visit them on video, or they'll come to you, or you can visit them. It's your choice. Contact them. rpcenter.com, rpcenter.com, 970-663-3211. Really good people. 970-663-3211. Now, speaking of planning, what about estate planning? BlakeHarrisLaw.com. Let's say Retirement Planning Center says you need an estate plan. They'll refer you to Blake Harris Law. Yes. And also, Blake Harris Law will answer any of your estate questions as well, directly. BlakeHarrisLaw.com, 833-ASK-BLAKE. Whether you need a trust, a simple will, a beneficiary's deed, payable on death certificate, or a special title to convey a car, a small estate affidavit, whatever it is, ask Blake. 833-ASK-BLAKE. You know, when it comes to some industries, God, are you in trouble? Remember, you heard me talking about the moving industry, right? Let's talk about the restoration industry, almost as bad. You pick up the phone, chances are better than not you're going to get a rip-off company that comes in, throws up some fans, does some carpet cleaning, and they call it good. And then they charge thousands of dollars to your insurance. Get someone with all of the certifications that does it the right way. From EPA certifications to local certifications, whatever they need for the fire, flood, mold, crime, unattended death, meth labs, asbestos, whatever it is, they can help you. That's American Restoration. I know Rock and his team, they're great people. The latest in technology and equipment, more than 20 years experience, and they can even do turnkey solutions for rebuilding, sanitation, if you want them to. AmRest247.com. 8337 AmRest.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings.
Did you hear about this cop that retires because her coworkers found out that she was on fans only fans?
What was she doing? She got blue hairs on.
You know what OnlyFans is?
Mm-hmm. It's like a porn site. Well, no. I mean, there's people that don't do porn on there, but that's mainly what it is.
That's mainly what it is.
Or they do weird things like, I don't know, boil cats alive.
But what is it? Do you have to pay to be part of it?
I think you get an account, and then they give you, they do all the billing. So, like, if you charge whatever $50 to have access to that account, they take a piece of that. But honestly, I don't know, man.
Only what?
OnlyFans.
Never heard of it.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal. I haven't heard of it. I heard about it, but
He's on it. He's the troubleshooter.
Yeah, troubleshooter Tom Martino.
OnlyFans.
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 See what really goes on behind the scenes.
I don't leave out of shame. She tells KDVR she quit rather than face internal affairs investigation. What's wrong with if she does that on her own time? I don't understand that.
I'm sure you signed something when you worked for the city, don't you think? They don't want something you can be blackmailed on as a cop. I understand that. Imagine you go to arrest someone. He's like, hey, I know who you are.
Yeah,
You're that woman that shoots ping pong balls out of her.
I'll tell you about your birthmark.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, we're going to talk to Gerald about a scam call now. Gerald, what's going on with you? Hello, Gerald.
Yes, I just got a call.
Okay.
I know it's a scam.
What do they say?
My grandson got into an accident in
yeah.
Georgia.
Yeah.
And he needs $10,000 to get out of jail.
Okay. Now, that's good that you know it's a scam. Gerald, I can't tell you how many people fall for that crap.
I know.
So tell me about it.
He called from a number, a Colorado number, and then he gave me his attorney's phone number. It's Mount Bailey.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. So they have a number they want you to call back.
Yes, that's his attorney.
And then you're supposed to arrange to what?
Give him $5,000.
How do you think they got your number?
I have no idea.
And did they give you the name of your grandson?
No.
Oh, they just said your grandson.
Yeah.
That's all they said. They didn't say your grandson John or somebody?
No. I've had many of these calls, and I didn't ask because I'd like to play along too.
Okay, good. Hold on then. And
okay,
we're going to do that. I want you. We either call you back or you're going to hold. I don't want to do it right now because we're coming to the top of the hour. But I'd like to do it after the top of the hour. What I'd like to do is call them. Now you can be on the phone if you want and talk to them, and then you can say that your brother's on the phone with you. I don't care what you say. We'll get them on the phone, and we'll play with them. How about that?
Okay, that's good.
Okay, Gerald, hold on. Gerald will hold on, and we're going to get the number, and I'll dial the number. And I'll dial Gerald in, and I'll be his brother, and we'll figure this out. So, people, that's something to look forward to, huh? Huh? That's good. All right. Joe. What's going on with Joe?
Hey, Tom. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good. What's going on, Joe?
Well, I have this potential customer that called. He's got an old house down on Franklin Street. It was built in 1937.
When you say a potential customer, what do you mean?
I'm a general contractor, and he's looking. An electrician called me and said, "Hey, could you maybe help this guy?" So what happened is they're calling Denver Water is calling this a commercial building. So I think what it is a triplex or a quad or something like that.
Okay.
And he wanted to change the entrance of the water coming into the house, the feeder line coming into the house underground. He wanted to change the position of that.
Okay, hold on, and we'll come back to you, okay? We'll figure out what's going on with it. Plus, we're going to make that grandfather scam call. That should be priceless coming up.
Mark, how's that weather looking for you? Worth of new tax credits on the table, and Jackson Hewitt will help make sure you get every one you deserve. Tax credits for being a parent,
spicy ladies, let's hear it.
Taking classes, and so much more. Don't leave thousands on the table. Jackson Hewitt will make sure you get
everyone, and I can respect that.
Biggest refund guaranteed.
But now I have time to
do more.
When a nasty cold keeps you up all night, Vicks NyQuil Severe gives you powerful relief from
She's promoting the shit out of it.
Which changes a night that sounds like this.
Uh-oh. She just basically said, well, okay, I'll do it now. I'm going to be bigger than ever now. Oh, God, look at her. Look at her. Look.
What do you got going? What was she, a cop? Yeah. Sore throat, stuffy head, aching fever, best. Use this direct.
Okay, so she's a cop.
HD2 Denver. Radio station available everywhere on a free
Not even that.
#1 for music, radio,
I don't know why people would subscribe to that. It's dreadful.
ABC News, I'm Victor O'Kenda.
Amateur lust
considering whether to deploy about 8,000.
She's probably making good money.
White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki.
Right now, a lot of our focus and his focus is on diplomacy, is on engaging with leaders, is on having conversations with members of his national security.
And taking a nap. His focus is on napping. Quit bothering the president. Or I'm sorry, quit bothering the vice president, or whatever he is today.
But others, like Idaho, are seeing cases growing up. Crisis standards of medical care are now
I think, Mark,
you know what?
I think these poor ladies on fans only. Or is it
only
fans? I always get that wrong.
Fans only fans sounds right.
Will not be allowed to testify after she gave a press
Only
conference.
fans.
A second New York City police officer has died after a shooting Friday. 27-year-old officer Wilbert Mora succumbed to his injuries after he and his partner were shot responding to a domestic disturbance call. This is ABC News. ISIS militants in northern Syria are storming a prison to free thousands of former fighters. U.S.-backed Kurdish-led forces have now surrounded the detention facility where hundreds of those detained are children. Some recruited by ISIS when they were as young as 12. In the UK, more questions about the Prime Minister and his parties during COVID lockdown.
Now it's reached the level of policemen.
Metropolitan Police Commissioner Preston Adair.
I can confirm that the Met is now investigating a number of events that took place at Downing Street and Whitehall in the last 2 years in relation to potential breaches of COVID-19 regulations.
If any wrongdoing is uncovered, she says, hefty fines could be in store for those who might have been in attendance. Tom Rivers, ABC News, London.
A record year for data breaches. An annual report says 2021 saw a record number of cyber attacks. Victor Oquendo, ABC News.
Hey, Carrie, we need that tax report by tomorrow. Hey, Bobby, give me that expenses.
For Hari's accounting firm, client growth is exponential.
We're a couple of accountants short.
He needs whip-smart accountants at whiplash speed.
Hey, so why aren't these receivables matching up?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Instant Match instantly connects you with quality candidates.
Yes, sir. I'm going to see Michael tomorrow, and I'll see you on Friday.
Oh, cool, man.
$75 plus your first
Where are you meeting them both?
Here, buddy. On the south side. I'm letting them name the place, so I think one's a Starbucks. I haven't heard from Mike.
Yeah, because Leland's in the Springs.
Yeah. Oh, is he really? Okay.
Yeah, he usually does a show remote, but sometimes he'll come down.
Thank you so much.
Future of work. This week, get the Lenovo.
Have you seen American Underdog yet?
Intel i5 processor.
Third Warner story?
Is it good?
I want you. I haven't seen it.
Didn't he get picked up from a grocery store? He was like a stock manager.
He was a stock manager or something, and he went to play for the Arena League. Got cut by the Packers. So the St. Louis Rams, at the time, St. Louis Rams took him on. And he was only supposed to be like their first string quarterback.
And everything fell in his way.
Yeah, I have 4 pictures I keep on my wall. Well, they're down now temporarily, but I have a picture of him, the real Rudy. It's a signed autograph picture of him. Rocky Balboa and my son. I say 4 inspirations right there.
Hurtful words when she referred to ranchers in the state as lazy and nasty. Kenny Rogers, Colorado Livestock Association president-elect, told Fox 31 that she's done this for a long time.
Why in the world would ever place her on a board that
advises just be a little bit of a slow drive today, isn't it?
You look healthy after having COVID, man.
Thank you, buddy. No, you really do. I didn't get hit that bad. I mean, it wasn't fun.
Results will be announced today at 4 p.m. That's latest.
Lee, you got COVID?
I don't
now, Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by the Broadmoor.
Tests are always negative. I've not been tested. I've been vaccinated.
What was weird is my wife got it first. And I had all the symptoms. But I tested negative twice. And then my son got it. He wasn't really so bad, so we took him into the ER and get looked at. He tested positive. And I tested positive the next day. Really strange.
Will drop down to the mid-teens overnight tonight. Mostly sunny and warmer tomorrow for your Wednesday with a high in the low 40s.
So Tom, I did Pfizer for the vaccination.
When? Oh, and you still got it?
No. I did
Make
it
their
after.
home your getaway. As a token of their appreciation, the Broadmoor is extending exclusive rights to
Yeah, I know,
Colorado
I
neighbors
know.
for the months of January and February with their Colorado Appreciation Offer. It's all
Why
here,
did you
just
do
a
it
short drive
afterwards?
away.
Did you have Omicron?
Visit Broadmoor.com today.
No, we had a variant of Delta. We had the Delta variant. Yeah.
Oh, they actually check for variants now?
Well, they found it. My mother had Easter lunch.
Make sure you
They said she had the variant, so we just assumed we had it.
tax credits
That
for
must
being a
be.
parent, taking care of a parent, taking classes, and so much more. Don't leave thousands on the table. Jackson Hewitt will make sure you get credit for all you do. And
People just can't. They want to hear it. That's all.
Can't hear you typing, Mark.
God, man, I got so much done yesterday. Oh, kill that for a minute to leave. Yeah.
Goodbye.
$3, the call is free, along with a full diagnosis. And Plumbline does all major drain work directly, no third parties. And if you've been told you need work, get a free second opinion. Turn to the experts you trust. PlumlineServices.com. Service at home. Servants at heart. PlumlineServices.com.
Mornings at 6. The Situation with Michael Brown.
Just like Afghanistan, once again, the State Department has no clue how many Americans are stranded somewhere, and this time it's Ukraine. Let's talk about that Wednesday at 6:06.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Thanks. That's thanks. Enter it now at khow.com. Keep listening to win with a $12K a day giveaway.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. What's going on in your life? I have Frank Duran, the real estate man, with me today. He works the whole Denver area. I also have Stephanie Thomas from the Colorado Springs area. They're both real estate brokers. We're talking about the market, plus taking your calls. We've had a very busy day, and let me just say I appreciate everyone calling. Spread the word that people can get help at 303-MARTINO. Frank Duran, the real estate man, people have a question. If it is true that selling a home for way more, but you're going to pay way more, do you have a solution to that? Because I always brag, they say, Tom, you always brag that he can negotiate great buying deals. So I want to know something. Seriously now, in this market, it must be more difficult to negotiate good buying deals. Or do you say, and I want to know because I know you won't lie. I know you won't. Can you still find great deals?
You know, Tom, great question. It's not even so much finding the great deals, just making sure it's a great deal for that buyer we're working with. So with our team, we always have a saying. We say, be prepared for the situation. We prepare our buyers. We have a plan going in. We don't just shoot from the hip. And we've had a lot of success with buyers, even in this market, Tom. Thank God.
Okay. Now, when you say success, meaning they're obviously going to pay more than a regular market.
Sure, at the same
time. Or not. You tell me, Frank. I'm not putting words in your mouth. Tell me, what are you finding?
Sure, there is definitely some competition. At the same time, though, we're very careful that we look at the area. We do our research, too. And we tell the buyer, look, be careful about this because, look, this home, just because people are demanding this doesn't necessarily, we want you to think long term. And sometimes we'll have a buyer just kind of walk away from that. We'll go to a better situation. We had a great deal where we helped a buyer, Tom. It wasn't easy. We had to really compete for it. But I remembered that she was so happy. It was everything she needed in a home. And I remember her little daughter wrote me a card. She actually drew me a little with crayons and saying, thank you that you found us our home. So there are opportunities. I think it's just how you go about doing it.
Stephanie, I'm going to ask you the same thing. Stephanie, what about it? Have you been able to find people deals still on the buying side?
Yes. And same thing Frank said. I also do my research. And I sit down and have a conversation with my clients about what their outlook is for that property. Are they planning to be there a longer time? Or is it going to be a short time? If it's going to be a short time, if they have to come in and pay over list to really compete for that property, if that's what they choose to do, we look at that appreciation rate, historical appreciation rates, for the last few months, year, for that property so they can take a look and see, is this something that is worth for their purchase, really.
All right. That's what I think. I mean, the deals are there still, but not necessarily back to the rollback prices, right?
No, I definitely haven't seen a lot of opportunity to come in and get, really under list deals. I've had a couple. I had actually one last year. I was able to negotiate $80,000 off of list for a client, but that was a diamond in the rough. That was definitely the unicorn. So.
And Stephanie Thomas is in the Whole Springs, Pikes Peak area, Exit Realty. Yeah. Thanks. I'll come back to you. I want to go to my callers now. And Gerald, did he give us the numbers, Suze? Gerald, is she? She's doing that now. She's getting that now. So let me get to Suzanne here. Suzanne, what is your question, Suzanne?
My question is, my husband went legally blind. He had a optic nerve stroke in his right eye in 20, and then he had his left eye in 21. I filed Social Security disability July 10th, and they didn't get back to me, and then they called me November 17th and said, my husband Randall needs to go see one of their Social Security eye doctors. So they didn't get us in until December 9th, I believe, and they both said, the doctor said, yeah, you're not going to get your eyesight
How old is your husband?
He's 64 and a half.
Okay, so this is weird. So What happened to her? Did she get disconnected? Suzanne? Who's something went wrong here? Suzanne, you got to call back. I'm sorry, dear. Somehow you got disconnected. I wasn't touching the phone, so something happened. But try to get back to us, Suzanne, on that. I want to go back to Joe, who had this problem with a potential customer. So, Joe, basically, you're a general contractor, and your potential customer wants to change the way the water main comes into his building, right?
That's correct, Tom.
Okay, and what problems are you running into?
Well, I'm a little, I don't know enough about this job. I've never even been to the house. So here's the deal. They changed that. They already changed the, location of that line coming in.
Oh, they already did. So what do you mean?
Yep.
So, okay.
Okay,
so what are we talking about then?
Some workers came there. It's a fourplex, from what I can gather. They moved the line over, 4 feet or 3 feet, whatever, to come in the building to a different spot. During this whole process now, from what I understand, the meter got lost. The meter.
Okay.
The water meter.
So now what?
So then he calls Denver Water and goes, I'm sorry, I'll buy another meter. Please come and put this on. They said no. They said, nope, we're not going to put another meter until you replace your main line coming into that house.
Why does he have to replace his main line?
Because of this lead, some sort of lead upgrade they're doing. The city's doing a lead upgrade.
So what's wrong with that? They want him to code upgrade.
Yeah. So he said, okay, that's fine. Come and check my line or whatever, your line. It's their line. And, everything will be great. And they were like, no, you do it, and then we'll reimburse you. So he got into an argument with them, and now they won't talk to him at all. And then now here I am, let me see if I can.
So it all comes down to what right now? They want him to upgrade his water line.
That's right.
Okay, and he didn't want to.
He doesn't want to put the money out in front. He said that whatever they'll do, she said you can apply for reimbursement, and he said that reimbursement is about half of what it would cost him to.
Yeah, but the water line is his his service line is his responsibility anyway.
Sure.
So I don't even understand what the issue is. They don't have to give him anything. The fact that they're going to reimburse him something is better than nothing. So is he just being stubborn?
No, actually, it's scheduled. It's scheduled. They're going through the whole city and they're replacing all those lines.
I understand. Okay, hold on. Are you saying they're going through all the city and replacing those lines free of charge?
From what I understand. That's right.
I thought there was an assessment. Are you positive that they are doing personal service lines to the home at their dime?
Yeah, but I'm kind of leaning towards you. I'm like I said, a little bit out of the.
I don't know the answer. I'm
here. So yeah.
Maybe I said that in an accusing way. I'm not disagreeing with you. Maybe they are doing it free. I don't know. But here's what I'm saying is that. They want him. He doesn't have a meter, right? So how are they billing him right now?
Boy, if I knew that question, the answer to that question.
This whole thing sounds very fishy to me.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
He has a water line coming into his home, and there is no meter. But meters don't get lost.
Well, it got, the way that it got put across to me was the plumber that was working there, misplaced it. It got thrown away. So here's what I'm asking.
Wait, does the building have water coming into it right now?
Sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's just nippled.
How long has the water been coming into the building without a meter?
I have no idea.
Well, here's what I think. I think the guy – no, I don't go along with this. I think the guy's been stealing water, and now he got caught. That's what I think happened.
So let me ask you this, Tom. Is there someone that could, can you get a hold of a professional to speak on this? Just be like, hey, first we need to know if the line is lead, okay? And then that's what Denver Water told me. I called them up. They were very nice to me. I asked them, what can I do? And they said, dig up the line and scrape it a little bit and find out if it's lead.
Well, hold on. You said you were talking to Denver Water. Who was is that the one he's having the dispute with?
Yeah, so he's apparently been in an argument with them. I called a place called Water Sales.
He's going to lose, you know. He's going to lose.
I've told him. So I was wondering maybe if you could do this. If we got you have a professional who's been through this, or some plumber or someone from the city who could make some sort of a comment on the radio and say, yeah, this is happening. They're coming through and they're replacing these lines. Because that's what Candace told me there. She said in 2023, possibly he would be up for, they'd be in the neighborhood and they're going to dig all these lines. And like you said, Tom, it makes sense to me that there's an assessment, okay? But that's not $2,000 or $10,000 out of your pocket right there. It goes onto your bill and you pay it off over time. So I think that's where this guy is at. They come in and said, it's $10,000.
Why doesn't he just wait then? Why doesn't he just wait? What's his hurry right now to change the law?
I know. That's what I'm wondering too. He's had a nipple in place of the meter for a long time. And
what does that mean, a nipple in place of a meter? What does it mean?
So you have an 8-inch space between the city's line and your line in your yard in the front in the meter pit. You have an 8-inch line, 8-inch space there that fits a meter. Well, you can just put a nipple. You can just put an 8-inch pipe that connects to both sides, and it jumpers across.
And that's what he has now. And that's what he has now.
To me, I mean, I'm just talking off of.
No, I'm asking. Is he getting water right now? Okay, through a connection between the two lines. Is that right?
Yep.
He's stealing water.
Mm-hmm.
How long has he been stealing water?
I have no idea.
Joe, I can't help. I can't help, bro. There's no way I can help. This man is snoozing you. He's hoodwinking you, okay? You fell for his BS. This guy knows he doesn't have a meter. This guy thought he was stealing water. This guy's a cheapskate, and he's pissed off, and now he doesn't want to change his water line until they do it. But I'll bet you they're telling him, I'll bet you the reason he's in a hurry is because they're telling him, without a meter, you don't get water. And he's saying, okay, do the meter. And they're saying, no, not until you do the water line. He's in a standoff. You can't help him, and I don't know why you care so much about it. The guy's a stubborn cheapskate. That's what he is. There's plenty of people like that in this world. You got to move on. I don't even know why you're wasting your freaking time, and that's the truth.
I mean, that guy is just a frickin' nut. He's a nut. I ain't gonna fucking help that guy.
So what? City gonna come out there and sneak that little nipple out and cap their fee?
I bet they already. Well, he's been operating with a nipple, and they told him, you're not getting water anymore. That's what they told him.
And to do that, they have to go out there and pop it and cap it.
I have a fuller login. Okay.
SimplyFloorsInc.com, and that's INC. What I love about Simply Floors is their vast selection of carpeting. That's the most common floor covering still, and man, they have everything in all price ranges for all kinds of real estate. SimplyFloorsInc.com. What I also love about Simply Floors is they have design consultants that actually will help you integrate whatever floor you buy into your project. And that's free of charge. And they have the best installers and the best prices. SimplyFloorsInc.com. Whether it be carpeting or a large selection of LVT, luxury vinyl tile, or any one of the hardwoods, laminates, engineered floors. SimplyFloorsInc.com. That's where you make your own appointment. You know, advice, information, legal advice is very important. And we pride ourselves here on the show of getting you what you need when you need it. That's why we direct people to Fuller Law, John Fuller, our personal injury expert and attorney. So if you have personal injury of any kind and you need help, especially traffic accidents, pedestrian accidents, bicycle accidents, big rig accidents, call him for free legal advice. No hooks, no gimmicks. He'll talk to you. Now, if you decide to hire him, there is no force, there is no obligation. But if you do, Still no out-of-pocket money. He charges a contingency fee based on what he collects. That's Fuller Law, John Fuller, 303-597-4500, 303-597-4500.
So many people have told me about Orchard.
Okay, I just want to show you this. No, I know for a minute.
Makes you a cash offer for your home. And when your home sells for more, you keep the difference. No longer do you have to choose between an easy home sale or the best price for your home. Let me tell you about Rudy, a recent Orchard customer. Rudy's home sold on the market for $33,000 above his cash offer. Had he gone to a home buying company, he would have missed out on that extra money. But with Orchard, he got more cash at closing. Rudy's story isn't unique. 99 out of 100 Orchard customers sell on market for more than their cash offer. Getting started is easy. You go online and enter your address at orchard.com. Takes just a couple of minutes and lets you skip home listing hassles. If you're thinking about selling or just curious what Orchard would pay for your home, get a no-cost, no-obligation offer at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So, while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
I should have had Done Right do it. Don't be that person that says this after ordering your remodeling project. Hi folks, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. Simply put, we make people happy by being particular, just like you. 800-362-8370.
Hi, it's Mandy Connell. Join my friends Gary Bell and Brad Pollock for the Bell and Pollock Legal Show right here on KHOW every Saturday morning at 7. It's a live call-in show to give Coloradans like you free legal advice on any topic you'd like to discuss with them.
This report is sponsored by Walgreens.
Look for snow showers throughout the morning today, tapering off as we get into a little bit later on this afternoon. 2 to 5 inches for most of the metro area. Otherwise, highs today in the low 30s. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burse.
With low-cost Medicare prescription copays at Walgreens, you won't have a Medicare in the world. Plus, easy prescription delivery options for even less to Medicare about. Start filling your Medicare prescriptions with Walgreens and see how much you could save today.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Listen, HarrisFamilyLaw.com is a place to be honest, I hope you never need them. They're divorce attorneys, but if you do need them, they will advocate for you. And what I love about Harris Family Law, Rich and Lisa Harris started it. I think there's like 30, 35 attorneys. They are so dedicated. They all have specialties, and they can really help you. They give you an early neutral assessment of what a divorce looks like in your situation. If you hire them, they'll do that, and then you can decide to move forward or not. And then if you do move forward, they can handle any part of the divorce you want, just the filing, maybe mediation, or just child care, child custody, separation agreements, whatever you need. And they also do collaborative law, which means they contact the other party and try to keep all conflict out of court, and they try to talk through things. And it's true. That's what they do. 303-515-5000. 303-515-5000. They're good people. HarrisFamilyLaw.com. Now, let's continue here. We're going to call, and here's what happened. Gerald, you got a call, Gerald, from this company or this person saying your grandson was in an accident or what? What happened, Gerald? What did your grandson do, supposedly?
Yes. Well, he got into an accident, and he's in jail. And he's supposedly calling from jail, and he needs $10,000 to get out.
Now, why was he put in jail for this accident, did they say?
He didn't say.
And he said he didn't give your grandson name, though, right?
No. Well, it was supposedly my grandson that called.
I understand, but he didn't say, Grandpa, this is so-and-so.
No, he just said, Grandpa, hey, I need help.
Okay. Now, do you have a grandson?
Yes.
Okay, what's his first name?
But,
I mean, what's his first name? Just give me his first.
Well, I've got Brian and Matthew.
Let's just take Brian. I'm just wondering if they know anything about you or anything. So then the attorney, and what area code, where did they say he got into an accident?
In Georgia.
I see. Why would people... I'm wondering why people do this grandfather and grandmother scam and get away with it. Because how do they know that, first of all, they have grandkids, and then how do they know that the grandkids are in Georgia or ever went to Georgia? Or
they fish for them. They call up, most likely not knowing almost anything, but ask certain questions like, oh, my goodness, your grandson was just in an accident. And they go, oh, you mean Joey? Bam. Now they got the...
Yeah, but Gerald, but you didn't do that because you're smarter than that, right?
Right. No, I didn't give the name or nothing. I didn't ask him his name either because I want to play the game.
Well, yeah, but this guy he didn't fall for it.
Well, he gave me his attorney's name and everything. He says, call him and make.
So your grandson, your grandson said, "Hey, Grandpa, this is my attorney."
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making notes here, so when I call, now when we call, do you want to do the talking? Because you didn't call back yet, right?
No, I didn't call back.
When did you get this call?
Just about 45 minutes ago.
And does he need to be bailed out, or does he need legal fees, or what?
Yeah, to bail out.
Okay, so you were told to call the attorney.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting this down so I have this. Okay, so when we call, I'm going to be listening, and I want you to talk. And you're talking to this guy named Mount Bailey?
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't have you call Pikes Peak. I mean, what the hell? Okay, so you're calling Mount Bailey at this phone number, and that's what we're going to do. And when Mount Bailey comes on, just string them along. Say, how do I send the money? And like you're falling for it, okay? And then I'll improvise something, okay? So hold on, and let's.
Well,
yeah.
I even got an old credit card from 2009. I can give them that.
Now, okay, you may not want to do that because if you give a credit card knowingly, that's... Oh, no, I don't know. If he puts it through, I'm wondering if your issuer would ding you for that. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to intervene before, but I want you to play dumb and just ask questions like, you sound smart enough. I'm going to call the guy right now.
Well, I could say you're my brother because you're going to give me the other $5,000.
Okay, well, don't say anything yet about me.
Okay.
Don't tell him I'm on the air I'm on the phone with you.
Right. Okay.
Just start talking like you're a senile old man that
Well, I'm somewhat. I'm 81 years old.
Play along. Hold on.
Okay.
Public Defender's Office, my lady speaking. Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Hey, I'm calling.
Yes, sir.
About my grandson. He's got a case number A380454.
Okay, this is in regards to whom?
In what?
Who are you calling in regards to, sir?
My grandson.
Okay.
Brian.
Let me call you right back. Hold on.
Hold on. See if you get a call back. Can you connect us in? Do you know how to do that if you get a call back?
He knows it came. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Speaker video.
I mean, if he calls you right now, you can conference him in right now, right? If you get a call when you're on the phone, you can't. You conference.
Okay. I got a ad call.
Yeah, if he calls, did he call yet?
Right.
Is he calling?
No, not yet.
Okay. Doug.
I think he's going to call back this number.
Okay, Suze, if he calls back this number, you get it. Whatever you answer right now, answer.
He definitely knew something was up, though.
Do you think so?
My God, he hung up quicker than I ever heard.
Yeah, he didn't play along. Yeah. Doggone it. Hold on.
You see how he asked for the name? Who you calling about?
What area code are you in, Gerald?
303.
Okay, I'm wondering if I call on my cell phone. If I should.
Make sure you block the number, bro.
No, I mean on purpose, have it so he can see a 303 area. We got to get a burner phone for this.
Yeah, that's right.
Doggone it. What harm could it do if I called him on my phone? Oh, that one time.
Oh, my God. We had one guy call us back about 800 times nonstop. All
right. Hold on. Let's figure out how to scam this scammer. Maybe we can have everybody call this guy about their grandkid. Hey, blow up his number. Maybe we can do that. I'm going to call him and then have somebody else call him maybe. Hold on.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martin.
Here's what she said to me. That's what I mean. Kill it again. Okay, I'm going to say
now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt.
A crash in Castle Rock involving about a dozen vehicles has northbound I-25 closed now at Happy Canyon. Traffic jammed from Founders, Highway 83 and Highway 85 are your alternates, but because of slick conditions, travel in the area isn't advised. I-70 closed in both directions between Lyman and Kansas because of adverse conditions. Several other highway crashes, but none causing any big delays. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, snow showers tapering off this evening with total accumulation of 2 to 6 inches. We'll drop down into the mid-teens overnight tonight. Mostly sunny and warmer tomorrow for your Wednesday with a high in the low 40s. It's 28 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
File in a way that fits you and get the refund you deserve, guaranteed. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros can help you find thousands worth of new tax credits. Schedule an appointment with one of their tax pros and learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
TheArtOfGranite.com. That's where you find out about countertops. And when I give you the phone number, you can call for a price. Whether it's granite, quartz, marble, quartzite, any man-made or natural stone, you can get wholesale on your counter material, and he'll only charge for fabrication and installation. The bathroom's free when you do the kitchen. Tear out and hallway's free. TheArtOfGranite.com. Call for your price. 303-386-5919. We love this guy, Mitch Floria and his team. 303-386-5919. Joe Lazzara. That name I want you to remember in case you ever get into trouble and need a defense attorney for any reason. Now, I'm hoping you don't. But if you do, don't ever shop when you're under stress. Get free initial consultations from Joe Lazzara. Then hire him with flat rates on what you need. And I hope it's not a DUI. Those are easy to prevent. But if you do get one because you did something stupid or were falsely accused or whatever, you need an attorney. When life is not perfect, 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200. You've heard me talk about Zero Res Denver. They're giving a 10% discount on commercial jobs for this week only. Zero Res does commercial, but they also do residential. They do my house, and I'll tell you what, they do a great job. You can have them do just the traffic areas or a few room areas, or you can have them do the whole house. They don't use any soaps, any chemicals, any emulsifiers. What they do is use empowered water, which is a patented process, and it gets it clean. Zero Res is the only system I trust. Safe and effective. And listen to this. They can come in and it gets drier faster because they use less water, and it stays cleaner longer because there's no residue to attract dirt. ZeroResDenver.com. 303-471-5150. 303-471-5150.
Your insurance company hired an adjuster. Shouldn't you? As the oldest, largest, and most respected public adjusting firm, Adjusters International stands ready to work with you as your partner in recovery. Our team of private adjusters represents homeowners and business owners, never insurance companies. And our time and resources are dedicated solely to you. So don't stress. Don't wait. Call today at 800-248-3888. That's 800-248-3888.
Don't go through another year with that awful joint pain. Now there's an exciting new treatment available right here in Denver using natural biologics, regenerative solutions that can restore and repair damaged tissue in your joints. Hey, it's Michael Brown here. I'm talking about QC Kinetics. Now open here. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in non-surgical regeneration. Highly concentrated natural biologics that can give you lasting relief. Now, if you have pain in your knees, back, shoulder, hips, and you're tired of steroids, pain meds, and talk of major surgery, this is the treatment that you've been hoping for. Call the medical professionals at QC Kinetics today for a free consultation. Learn about how natural biologics can be used to get you moving again, but pain-free. Listen, don't let them keep giving you steroids, and don't let them tell you surgery is your only option. Get a free second opinion at QC Kinetics. Do it now, and imagine life in 2022 without pain. Call QC Kinetics now at 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary, subject to terms and conditions. Not available in all areas.
If you're a small business owner, listen up. Pi Insurance wants to give you one of those aha moments, the kind that could save you money. Workers' comp is probably one of the biggest costs you face. But did you know that insurance providers have flexibility in setting their prices? That's right. But many don't bother giving small businesses the savings you deserve. Instead, you can get lumped in with other businesses and overcharged. Pi Insurance was created to change that. With Pi, you get a quote tailored specifically to your business, and you could save up to 30% with no hassle and no hidden fees. And with helpful representatives just a call away, it's easy to understand why Pi is rated excellent by customers on Trustpilot. Take 3 minutes to see how much you could save with Pi Insurance. Ask your agent for Pi or go to trypi.com. That's TRYPIE.com.
Love getting prices that are lower than low on backyard favorites like grill-ready hamburgers and fresh-picked strawberries? Then shop at King Soopers. We give you more ways to save on the fresh you love with tools like the King Soopers app, where you can find personalized coupons on top of weekly sales. Plus, rewards like fuel points, giving you prices that are lower than the everyday low. King Soopers, fresh for everyone.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so Gerald, he didn't call back yet, right, Gerald?
No, he didn't.
He knows it's a scam. Okay, I'm going to call him and see if he answers me.
Okay.
Just hold on. I'm going to do it. What the hell? Let me try to figure this out. I'm going to call this scam.
Smarty says the scammer's only going to respond to the number he called.
He's only going to respond to that number? Let me just call him. He's not going to answer. Mont Bailey will not answer. We're going to give his number out.
The Text Now subscriber you are trying to reach is not available. Please leave your message after the tone.
Crap. All right, people, I'm going to give out the number. Well, I'm going to do my cell phone. I don't care. I don't care who this guy is. I'm going to do my cell phone. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on speaker with my cell phone. You think I'm stupid for doing that, Mark?
I think you're absolutely crazy.
Really? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Because I think he'll answer my number. Can you hear it? He's not answering. How do you make a scam if you don't answer?
Thank you for calling. Mark Bailey speaking. How may I direct your call?
I am investigator Tom Martino, Denver, Colorado, calling about a scam that you're trying to perpetrate on Gerald about his grandson. Sir, you do know we know about this scam, and we are all over it.
What are you talking about, dude? Man, jump off a bridge, man.
Hey, I'm not going to jump off a bridge. Hey, I'll come and get you, brother. I'll come and get you. I'll come and get you. Nah.
I don't think you should have used your own number.
Well, never mind. He answered, though, so people, here's the number. Let's inundate this guy. 678-813-7546. His name is Mount Bailey, otherwise known as Pikes Peak. Okay, it's 678-813-7546. This guy is a scammer. He sounded, where's 678 area code? Did you look it up, man? 678. Where?
Jamaica.
Is it?
I have no idea.
He sounded a bit like foreign to me. Where is it? Georgia. Oh, yeah, it is Georgia. So, Gerald, at least he didn't lie about
Yes.
Georgia. Oh, wait, that's a text subscriber. That could be just a forward line, right, Mark?
Could be anything.
Anyway, Gerald, thanks for the entertainment, although it didn't last long.
Okay, I'm sorry.
All right. Mount Bailey, 678-813-7546. Let him get a bunch of calls from 303 or 720 or whatever your phone is. 678-813-7546. 678-813-7546. Ha! Susan's got a comment on that. Go ahead, Susan.
It's funny, while I'm on hold here, I get a scam likely call. So tempted to answer it, but I didn't. Anyway, my sister got the grandparent call. One little issue. She never had kids.
Oh, well, she knew it was a scam right away, didn't she?
Oh, she played with them good. She said, I told you not to call me anymore. If you get in trouble, you're on your own.
Susan, good to hear from you. I recognize your voice from 35 years ago.
Yeah, but she went on and on yelling at that guy.
Did I meet you about 35 years ago?
Yeah, oh, sure you did. We did the cell phone, or the internet phone.
The internet phone. I never forget a voice. Never, never. And if I remember rightly, you were losing your eyesight, right?
No, same as it always is.
Wait a minute. You had 100% eyesight?
No.
Oh.
But I wasn't losing it.
Oh.
It was a thing.
But you had an eyesight problem?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm sorry, Susan. You didn't want to mention that, but no one knows who you are. I know who you are. I met you years ago. I'm so happy you're still listening. Thank you very much, and I apologize for that. Suzanne, what's going on now? The Social Security disability. Let's talk about it. You wanted to. You said that it was your husband, right?
Correct.
And he's 60. How old?
He'll be 65 in September.
Okay. He wants to get Social Security disability. Is that right?
Correct. I applied online July.
But usually Social Security disability is getting disability or getting payments before you're of Social Security age, right? In other words, once you have Social Security, the disability is not a factor at this point. Isn't that right?
Correct.
I mean, okay.
I think.
So
I don't know for sure.
He's only really trying to get this disability until his other benefits kick in, right?
I don't know. I was just told by a person to fill out the disability insurance until he can get his full Social Security.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. So, but he's so close right now is what I'm saying, is that it's like so he's going to be getting his regular Social Security soon. I don't know if they'll pay him from the time he files or what, retroactively. They might. So did they turn him down?
No, they accepted him on January 10th. We got a notice that the dates that I put on the application when he went legally blind was February, and their dates are saying December 1st, because we went to see their eye doctor after they contacted us, and now they said he has to be disabled for 5 full months. And the first month he's entitled to benefits is May. They don't have to retro that back to July when I filled out the paperwork, and they accepted it?
Okay. I thought they did. I thought it's retroactive back to the date of disability, not the date of filing.
Oh.
Excuse me. No, not disability. Hold on.
Okay.
I have to find out. I don't want to be stupid here. I want to find out. Suze, could we call someone about Social Security disability, Suze? Or get her back tomorrow if it's too late?
Probably for tomorrow. I don't know if we can do it in 10 minutes.
You know what, Suzanne? We're going to take the time to do this right for you and find out. Because really, we'll get somebody really good on. You know who I'm thinking of, Suze? We've had him on before. He's not on the referral list, but they do Social Security disability. McGuire, Pete. I'll give you that number off the air.
I have it.
Okay, good. We'll get you on tomorrow and answer that question, Suzanne. All right? I'm sorry.
Now.
Impact Traffic. This report is sponsored by Audible.
A crash in Castle Rock involving about a dozen vehicles has northbound.
Here's what I'm sending.
And they all slid down the hill and back. That's not
I understand, Mark. I mean, it is what it is. Right?
I don't know what your love's about.
My love?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know why you even feel bad.
Well, I know, because she plays the innocent in here, and I just didn't know what transpired.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't have more. I'm actually here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to say.
Just make it very logical and easy to follow.
I'm not even getting in the weeds, baby.
Okay. Just say that you wrote to the. I mean, I can help you clean up the email if you want. I mean, I don't mind to make it crystal clear.
Marty thinks that guy's going to sell you
with
enough
Audible.
to
Listen to the best of what you love, from comedy to
Marty
dramas
Here's what.
to the
Just read it
latest
when you're done.
bestsellers. Find it all at Audible with audiobooks, exclusive originals, popular podcasts. Start listening free when you sign up at audible.com.
I want to tell you about 2 medical services that I use and I'm a firm believer in. First of all, Core Scans is that body scan that can tell you if you have any problems. I want to tell you something. It really saved my life, I think, because it found some soft plaque that could have been dangerous to me, and I had it treated, and it's being reversed. Follow-up scans actually show it getting better. It's low cost, the most accurate low-cost method. Just 15 minutes, non-invasive, pain-free. CoreScans.com, $189, and it can save your life from heart disease and stroke. And now they have another scan as well that can do aneurysms in early stages. God, is that amazing. So give them a call or go online. And then all the treatments are covered by insurance, CoreScans.com. 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663. And the other medical thing, Colorado Pain Care, well, I don't want to brag I go to them. Unfortunately, I do. I get injured. I go to them. They get me uninjured. Listen, Colorado. Here's the great part about it. They deal with pain. That's what they do, pain. And Colorado Pain Care has what I love, and that is they have a full clinic with all services under one roof, either in Denver or Lakewood. And what you're really going to find is that these guys deal with pain. They get you out of pain. And they work with all major insurance. ColoradoPainCare.com, 303-GOT-PAIN. 303-GOT-PAIN. I'm a living testimony, and it's a big detractor from life. Don't live with it. 303-GOT-PAIN. And their new center out South Colorado Boulevard, they have the newest one in Lakewood near Alameda and Union. That's ColoradoPainCare.com.
So I'm sitting with the man right next to me, Frank Duran. Tom, you know this. I use Frank to buy my house in Franktown. When I first looked at my house in Franktown, I found it on Zillow. I already had Frank looking around for me, but, I'm looking like everybody.
Right. Yeah.
So I say, Frank, I'm really interested in this. I can honest to God say when I first looked at the listing of mine, it was $100,000 more than what Frank negotiated the price. Now, I'm not saying you can do that every day, but that is the bottom line. Frank Duran, the real estate man, FrankDuranHomes.com.
Do roller coaster stock markets make you nervous?
Okay, listen, here's what I was going to say. I'm not getting into the weeds. I don't even care at this point. I'd much rather she doesn't do it.
Mark, northbound is closed, not south.
We'll probably just take Parker Road.
12 cars.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't want Addie on that road. Make sure Miles got to work. Okay?
He already did. I already got that confirmation. She's not speaking to me, so.
Well,
So great to finally be able to get together again. Oh, it sure is. And I really appreciate you picking up the bill. I'm happy to. I've got the extra cash. Since we've all been driving so much more again, I've been using Get Upside, the free gas app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute. Are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Get Upside app?
Yes, up to 25 cents a gallon. Cash back every time I buy gas.
Does that actually add up to anything?
Some months I make $200 to $300.
Wow, that's serious extra cash. I'm downloading the free Get Upside app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code GOOD for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next fill-up. You can cash out anytime to PayPal or an e-gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code GOOD for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code GOOD.
What's all the buzz about nasal irrigation and navage, and should I try it? Here's the science. Airborne germs invade through your nose. It's the body's air filter for trapping allergens and viruses. When your nose gets clogged, it's less effective and germs multiply. Eventually, your immune system can get overwhelmed and you get sick. Nasal irrigation is an effective, all-natural way to clean your nose. It's not a drug, it's more like plumbing. Saline goes in one nostril, around the back of the nose and out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and germs. I'm Martin Hoke, and I invented Navage to make cleaning your nose easy. It's the world's only nose cleaner with powered suction. Navage pulls out the bad stuff so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and feel healthier. At Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, Bed Bath, and Walmart. Or go to Navage.com for a free gift with purchase. Over 2 million sold. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
What's up, Nuggets fans? It's Jamal Murray here to tell you about Orchard. If you're looking to buy a home but want to skip all the stress, it's time for a mid-game adjustment. Orchard lets you move into your new home before you even sell your old one. Orchard turns you into a cash buyer so you can win in a competitive market. And it doesn't cost you any more money than traditional real estate. Orchard is the same game, but new rules. So get out there and win the home you want.
Orchard, the new way to home, is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets. Get started at orchard.com.
Afternoons 2 to 4. It's Leland Conway.
Apparently, you can't say grandpa anymore. It's patriarchal or something like that. So, we'll give you the list of new words that have been banned by the crazy wokeists at universities. 2 o'clock, Tuesday, 6:30 K-How, Denver's talk station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. I want to ask Stephanie, are fix and flips dead? Are people still buying fix and flips down in Colorado Springs area with Exit Realty Pikes Peak? Stephanie, are they?
You know, I think that they are still, I still see some. My investors that I've worked with down here kind of got out of that game. I've got some people that I know up in Denver that do quite well doing that, but for Springs specifically.
Yeah. Well, I guess if they find a distressed property, you can get a deal.
Yeah.
Mark, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, what about you? Do you find any fix and flip deals?
From time to time, Tom, investors bought 17% of all the homes in the third quarter of 2021.
What?
17%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's, from time to time we run into them, just not like we used to.
Okay, what about your crystal ball, both of you? Will there be an adjustment in real estate values of any kind? Maybe not even all year, maybe next year, or will it sustain this high value? What do you think?
This is what I think, Tom. I think right now, at some point, we're going to see rates go up because they'll have to with inflation. I do see there will be more inventory on the market, but the home values are going to stay strong. It's like you're going on the highway.
So you don't think we'll ever go back?
Well,
they may not go up as much, but they'll stay about the same.
Real estate goes in cycles, but I'll say this. Denver market's been strong. We have so many people moving here, but it's like you're on the highway going 70, and suddenly you cool down, you go about 50. You're still going forward, and it's still making good progress.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is this.
Sure.
Stephanie, maybe you can weigh in. I'm asking, do you think homes will go back in values, or stay.
As long as our supply remains so low and demand so high, I don't see that we're going to see a significant price reduction. APR going up is definitely going to play a little bit there. I know that people buying second homes, they're going to start seeing a higher interest rate coming up pretty fast across the board. I think we'll start seeing things like that, but with the supply just so low and demand so high, I think that that's going to keep driving prices.
How are people qualifying? We hear about, the rich get richer, people don't have money, but, and we hear about the supposed 2%ers, but obviously there's people with money, they're qualifying.
There's people with equity, Tom. We have people right now who are selling their home, they're downsizing. And remember, the conforming loan limits increased to a little over $684,000, which is $37,000 higher than the national average. This means if a buyer buys a home for $750,000, 10% down, it doesn't have to turn into a jumbo loan.
So, Stephanie, are you finding credit problems or not?
Not as much. I have seen buyers get priced out of our market. People that want to be in a $250,000 home, that seems to have gone by the wayside right now. But people, it's definitely seeming like it's taking multiple incomes to buy homes, or strong jobs, strong credit, things like that. Our median price in Colorado Springs is over $400,000, which is quite high. Our median price sold is almost $500,000.
Oh my
So if
God.
that tells you, we're definitely below, pricing in the Denver market, but it's still pretty, kind of creeping up here too.
Thank you, Stephanie. Stephanie Thomas, Exit Realty Pikes Peak. It's StephanieRe.com. And then, of course, we have Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. We have more to talk about, but we're out of time, so join us every day from 10 to 2. Don't forget referralist.com for help, information, and referrals, and save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.